Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mizu Carry Tax Invitational. My name's Rles. I'll be your host for tonight. And alongside me, as always, is my main man, Fear. Fear, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, man. I love these Carry Tax Invitationals. It's the best pro amateur event that exists in Rocket League. I don't know if I've seen another one that's as good as this one. So I'm excited about it. I mean, I'm excited about that the repeat sponsors these and gives us an opportunity to have a great time, really. So I'm stoked.
No, it's truth. We have a lot of fun on all these. I think it's our third time here, and we get to see all of the great amateurs come through and play with some of our pro players. So we love being here. We're happy to be here, and it's going to be a great show for everyone tonight watching at home. So let's go ahead and talk about what the heck all this is. What are we talking about? What type of show am I about to witness tonight? That's what you're asking yourself, and that's what I will tell you. We have 6 pros competing tonight, but alongside those pros, we will have 6 amateurs. Right now, we already have 4. They came up through the repeat qualifiers. They were already here. We're going to draw 2 later on tonight. More on that in a bit. But we have 6 matches. All of them are going to be best of 1. And inside of those 6 matches, there's going to be bounties. You can see on the right side of your screen some examples of bounties. We'll talk about that in a minute as well. But it's not really about who wins the game. It's about collecting those bounties. And after those 6 matches, we'll also finish with our Pro 3v3. So with all of our pro players here tonight, including Mizu, they will be pitted against each other in a 3v3 in a best of 5. So a lot of things going on here tonight, Fear.
Yeah, a lot of stuff, and it's a ton of fun. I think once people start to realize the kind of prizes that are getting thrown around here for single matches or single games of Rocket League, they're really going to understand how hype it is. But truly, I think one of the funnest parts is when you see either from Mizu's perspective, because he's going to be streaming live. If you want to watch him, his perspective with his amateur, you'll be able to see their whole talks. But even here, you'll see highlights in between matches of pros and amateurs working together. It's like a dream come true. I mean, I want to be an amateur. We talked about it a million times, but this is like the peak event to play in if you're somebody who's like a fan of these pros, and to have them trying to have you succeed in order to earn money, it doesn't get better than that.
And we'll talk about some of the pros that are with us tonight, but we should talk about how the bounties work in this, because that's kind of the heart of what this show really is. Again, it's not really about winning or losing. It's about collecting those bounties. You can see on the left side of your screen the goals by amateurs. That's going to give them $150. That's right. By just scoring as an amateur tonight, you're going to get $150. If you demo a pro on the other team and you're an amateur, $300, Fear. There's so many ways to make money.
Yeah, I mean, you get a little bit for saves and epic saves. If pros demo other pros, they get money just for themselves. But otherwise, everything is made from the amateurs. And that's what makes it so much fun. And you'll notice another thing, a couple big missing things. Pro goal, not on the list. Nobody gets anything from that. And you'll also see winning the game or anything like that, also not on the list. That's not what it's about. It's about setting up those amateurs as much as possible. My understanding is we don't even go into overtime. So if it does, happen to be the same amount of goals, all that really matters is coming away with the most cash. So you don't need to worry about the score like you normally do. And it ends up being super chaotic in terms of trying to track all the action going on. But that's why you guys have us. And we're starting to become a little bit of veterans when it comes to tracking what's going on for these bounties.
It'll be on the screen as well. So the amount of money that the players are making as they go throughout the game, you'll be able to see that. But you're right. There's no incentive for pros to score, which you kind of have to change your brain. If you watch a lot of Rocket League, you'll always be like, well, just score. The net's open. But if the pro's scoring, they don't really get anything. So it might not be worth it for them. So the games get kind of wacky. It's important to note, best of 1s here and no overtime. So the games can end in ties. There will be no overtimes tonight, just for the sake of, obviously, these guys could hold the game hostage in overtime and just make a ton of money. So, we do have a budget somewhere in all of this. But you can see the event schedule there on the left side of the screen. Team Rles will be taking on Mizu. You can see we've got Rles here tonight, Cheese, Arsenal, AJ, Magic Bear, some really exciting players, and alongside them we'll have our amateurs throughout the night.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys are returning. I want to say, remind me, has Arsenal done it before?
Arsenal, I think all of these guys have.
Yeah, I know everyone has done it except for Mizu. I think this is Mizu's first time, and I was pretty sure Arsenal had done it before. Some of these guys have been in all of them. I think Rles has been in maybe every Carry Tax Invitational, so we should expect to see him getting great scores. We've seen that in the past. One thing that we did talk about before, and we'll talk about it again, is those pro goals. We're almost starting to come around on it, because I remember at the beginning it was like we thought, no way, it doesn't make any sense. But now we're realizing going back to kickoff actually sometimes helps.
Yeah.
So the meta is always evolving. It's a brand new meta that only plays out once a month or so when they're running these Carry Tax Invitationals. But it's fun to watch, and if there's anybody who's going to know what to do, it's Rles. So Mizu, the guy who's the namesake of this event, hopefully he's looked at some VODs. Otherwise, he might be off to a slow start. There is truly a strategy to it.
Yeah, it is an interesting meta. It's not like your normal Rocket League, and we'll be able to kind of discuss that as we get into games. But I mentioned there's 6 pros, and we have 4 amateurs. So where are we going to get the last 2 amateurs? Great question. Glad you asked. We're going to get them from chat tonight. Right now. Well, not right now, but you're going to want to enter to be drawn later on in the night. If you're in chat right now, ! Enter, and you'll get a form. You can fill all that out, figure it out, and then once you fill it out, you have the opportunity to get on. Now, we're only taking 2 people, and there's going to be a bunch of you, I'm sure, that are going to try and get on. But if you're just sitting there saying, hey, this seems like kind of fun, and maybe I get to play with a pro, I want to try it out, you can. ! Enter, and you can join up.
Yeah, it almost seems too good to be true. And like you might be typing enter now, and you're thinking, I'll get a couple bucks. You see the first round go by, and you're gonna wish you had put ! Enter in.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss it. I mean, it's truly one of the best Rocket League experiences, I would think, for an amateur. Not just because the prize you get, which probably I think people would do it just to have a chance to play with some of these pros. I know I would. But you get not only that, but a prize. It's really one of the best feel good, if you ask me, events we could run for Rocket League fans. So that's why I love doing it. And I'm excited for this next one.
Yeah, amateurs are walking away with thousands of dollars. If you don't believe me, watch this first match. And speaking of the first match, why don't we go ahead and start diving in to our first match of the night? Remember, pros paired up with the amateurs, so it's Team Rles, the Luminosity boy, being teamed up with iParty24. iParty24, Fear, we talk about it all the time. We like judging the names. We like looking at the names because we don't really know anything about the amateurs. It's just their namesake so far. That's all we know. iParty24 is a pretty good name to start off with.
Oh, you got to love it. iParty, that's good vibes. And 24 as well. We're talking about maybe a Kobe number. Maybe they knew that my number when I played was 24. That's probably why they picked it. And so therefore, they're obviously very talented. So I think good vibes are important. We get a chance to hear the vibes between the comms. You'll be able to go to Mizu's channel if you want to watch the vibes the whole time. I think he's watch partying when he's not playing, but maybe he's playing first. We'll get to that. But anyways, the vibes are important, and iParty24 is obviously going to have good ones.
Yeah, certainly. We're going to see a lot of amateur names tonight, and we love talking about them. So Team Rles is Rles, of course, and iParty24. And I think if I'm iParty24, I don't know how much maybe he's seen from this. He or she has seen it from this, but Rles is a pretty good teammate to have. He's got a lot of experience, and like you said, I think the only guy who's actually been through every single one. It was also going to be apparently Jack as well, but apparently Jack's not here tonight. He and Chronic also, I think, have done all of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Sounds right to me.
Except for this one. So, yeah, you got to be feeling good. But there's another team on the other side, so let's go ahead and take a look at who that is. It's Team Mizu, who's got Soggy Boy. And I love the name Soggy Boy. That's a great way to start off the night.
Oh, I'm excited for Soggy Boy. I'm hoping Soggy Boy is one of our top-rated players we've ever had because I want to pop off for a nice Soggy Boy. Mizu and Soggy Boy going to be the pro and amateur duo. I mentioned again, I'm going to mention because I just think it's so special being able to watch these pros play and the comms between them as they try and set up their amateurs. You can watch that over on Mizu's channel because this is the Mizu Carry Tax Invitational. So it's going to be a fun time. I'm excited for Soggy Boy. Maybe Soggy Boy ends up being, even better than Mizu. You never know. Maybe we're going to find a pro in the rough, out here in the Carry Tax Invitational. But it's a great time. Soggy Boy, great name.
Great name. And, of course, the man of the hour, Mizu, teaming up with him. So it'll be Team Rles and Team Mizu. Rles and iParty24, Team Mizu and Soggy Boy. Soggy Boy, we get to see him take the pitch. Remember, best of ones here tonight, Fear, and no overtime. So only one singular game between these two guys. And you'll see, we were talking about it, like, okay, Corelli and Fear, wow, they're really, talking up how much money these guys are going to make. Just you wait, because you're going to be, every time I do the show, I'm like, man, I wish I could sign. I mean, they're making so much money.
Yeah, it's serious. I mean, we've had we talk about the dud rounds. A good way to define it is, by the dud rounds. When those don't go well, we're talking 700, I feel like, is almost like a low number. Maybe I'm crazy for saying that, but that's kind of what I remember. Maybe 500. That's a lot. We're talking about, $100 per minute of Rocket League played. So it's a good deal no matter what, even for the teams that don't end up doing well. And we've seen high numbers. I don't want to throw out crazy numbers and have us not reach them this time around.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we have any record setters, but it's some serious dough.
I'll say it, multiple thousand. We've seen multiple thousand going on here. So, I mean, it's been a lot of fun. It really comes down to how much the amateurs score, how much they get demos. I mean, they can make as much money as they possibly can. There's not like a cap as far as I'm aware. So, make those pockets
I'd like to try and see if they can find out.
yeah, let's see how much we can make because eventually they might put a cap if we keep going down the way we have. So it's a lot of fun. And also another reminder too, these teams will be playing twice tonight. So you'll see two best of ones from each of the teams here tonight. So Fear, it's almost that time. Our first match of the night. Team Rles, Team Mizu. Let's jump right into it.
All right, Team Rles. I mean, we couldn't have had a bigger veteran of the game mode versus, our newcomer Mizu. We'll see how it goes to start this match. Rles has also been historically somebody who's not afraid to demo amateurs, something that we normally frown upon. But for some reason, demoing amateurs seems to pay off for him. Did he just demo an amateur right there?
Yeah, he does.
Oh no, he did. I think he demoed a pro. That was a pro. I think that was Mizu. So that's at $50 for Rles. But yeah, he has no mercy. He does anything he can to make sure that his amateur gets the cash.
And I should say, I'm looking at iParty's name now. He parties 24/7. That's the name. That's where the 24 really plays in. Just in case you didn't know. So far, scoreless here. We didn't see any kickoff strat as far as I was aware. Sometimes, there is the fabled kickoff strat of letting the ball go towards the net so that your amateur can get the save right off the rip. Didn't see any of those shenanigans coming out. And Rles, it really comes down to the pros setting up. iParty had the opportunity there. The net was open. Rles doesn't want to score here. He's trying to set him up. Is this one just sitting?
It's a great flick.
This could be it. iParty, get in there. You got to score this one.
I mean, that was perfect. Rles is clearly a veteran of the game mode. You saw him. He tried to leave the ball off for Party. The angle was a little bit tough, but he regains control, pops it off the backboard, and then just cleans out the net and says, Party, whenever you want to come get the ball, you can, because he is such a pest, and it worked out. And so a little cash on the board for Team Rles.
He was really hanging that ball out in front of the net for iParty to come through. And he certainly
did. A little bit about the learning curve of the pros. I think they're Soggy Boy. Too high. That was a great chance. This is freebie, but Rles needs to slow it down. Mizu's probably going to clean it up. But I think that there's a lot of learning curve for the amateurs, too. I think I saw Party on the back wall, attacking back wall sometimes. You don't need to be there. Your pro is so fast, you just kind of camp out in front of the net and let them do all the work for you. Occasionally, go for a demo to see if you can get $300 from demoing one of those pros. But I think that's a strategy that's worked best, and I hope we see, Party or Rles relaying that to Party before too long. But right now, they are the only ones with any money. Team Mizu, actually, they have $30, so maybe a save for Team Mizu.
Yeah. Get $30 if your amateur makes a save. Demo comes out. It was iParty on Mizu, I believe. I believe that's $300 there on Mizu.
Oh, wow.
I saw it in the thing. I don't think it went through on the overlay, but Team Rles. And, iParty got Mizu there, right? I mean, that's
yeah. So what I just saw is Mizu just got an epic save, and their team got cash, which normally an epic save is only given to the amateur. So there's another different demo. So it actually works out. I think the number on the screen now is probably the amount they're actually going to have. But I think Mizu is registered as a pro maybe for the overlay for now.
Okay. So iParty, he's got a lot of cash here already. At least $450 with the goal and the demo. 150 for goal, 300 for the demo. Just over 2 minutes left. So lots of time. Rles trying to set him up off the backboard. iParty, can he put it away? Another chance. And Rles has done a good job, Fear. I feel like he's settled in quickly and setting up his teammate.
Yeah, you need to read what's going on with your amateur, and it looks like, iParty 24/7 might be doing a little bit more partying than playing Rocket League, so double jump height seems to be the perfect spot, if you're going to set one up high, and that is where Rles has been trying to put it, so it's a great read on the abilities of iParty 24/7. But who just took that goal there? Was that a Soggy Boy goal? Was that Mizu?
I believe it was. Was it not Soggy Boy? Did I miss it?
It might have been. Kickoff strategies don't lead to any immediate goal. What we really want to see is demos. There's Rles taking out the amateur and pro, but he accidentally scored. Party 24/7. This is what we were talking about before. You got to be around the net. Rles is going to make some magic happen. This isn't your regular standard ranked game where you can't rely on your opponent. Your opponent is Rles. He's going to take everyone off the map. So just be around to make sure you get that last touch.
Oh, that's the thing, is you're really not trying to win. You're just trying to score, which I know sounds really strange, but you can overcommit and just let them score. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You just got to be there and let your pro set you up. And that's what Rles has been doing. iParty, see if he can get in there. He's already been doing pretty well here. He's got a goal, an assist, and he's got a demo to boot. Now Soggy Boy trying to set himself up. Soggy Boy gonna take it himself.
Yeah, Soggy Boy basically had a 1v1. It was party 24/7. Rles was too busy, trying to do his demo thing, and Soggy Boy played it so perfectly. A little back wall pass. He's gonna do it himself. He says, you know what, Mizu, whether you're gonna help me or not, I'm gonna get us both money. A nice solo play to technically tie up the series, but again, that doesn't matter. All that matters is that money.
So a minute, just under a minute and a half. Mizu looking for Soggy Boy, dishes it off, and Rles will not allow it. iParty 24/7. Can't get the touch. This game's been very, very back and forth. Big opportunities, though, for Team Rles. I feel like Rles done a great job so far. You're looking at your amateurs. Obviously, it's going to be their first time on this pitch. Mizu, though, it's his first time. And it's tough. Usually the first game for a lot of the newer players, it's tough to figure out the correct meta. It's kind of an interesting game as iParty 24/7 had an opportunity. Can he come back around to it? He's trying to chase it down. The defender's getting in the way. Now Mizu. Can he set up his teammate? He's denied by Rles.
Rles is putting on a masterclass. Mizu, I think, was trying to get ahead of that, but Rles is creating so many opportunities. It's so clear. He knows exactly what to do here. But the orange team doing just enough to stop iParty 24/7. Here's Rles on another opportunity through the air. We see a lot of air dribble bumps often to take out defenders, but he's just putting this on a platter. Oh, nice dunk by Soggy Boy. Soggy Boy going to be denied, though, for getting one more goal. 20 seconds left to go. Only a couple more opportunities as Rles again with a carry. He's been flicking these straight up in the air in an attempt to leave them for Party Boy. But the problem right now with Soggy Boy getting up in the air is you don't want to be the first one to touch, but he did get it to Mizu. Rles going to deny on the back wall. So will there be any money in these final moments? Party 24/7 brings the ball to the net. Mizu's going to keep it up. Try and carry it all the way. Oh, Rles! Hey, as long as he keeps the ball up, he's got his own teammate in mind. He demos Soggy Boy the amateur, and that's going to hit ground.
That was a demo for Soggy Boy right at the end.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
And of course, there is no overtime here, so the game just ends. We can have an overtime, or we can have a tie in. I know this is like the only tournament that allows ties in Rocket League, but right at the end, Soggy Boy cashes out for 300 big ones on Rles.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Rles. Playing the right way almost enables those demos, because normally if we played a regular Rocket League match, I don't think we're seeing amateurs demo pros. But because Rles needs to set up Party 24/7, he's going to do a lot of slow dribbling, a lot of stuff around the net, high flicks, like very stagnant things. Mm-hmm. And that's a time that you shouldn't really worry about defense. You get $30 for a save, but you get $300 for demoing Rles. So maybe just try and let him score. You get 10 times. If you can catch it one time, it's worth 10 saves. So a nice play by Soggy. And, we didn't get to see the overlay there, but there's a good chance you get those demos, you come out on top no matter how many goals were scored. I think they maybe were about even. I know we'll get to the match stats here in a second. We get a general idea, but a good start from both. I think a couple goals both ways means you really can't go too wrong. Saves just kind of pile up whether we're paying attention to them or not. And I think at least one demo for Soggy Boy. I'm not sure if Party 24/7 got one. I think he did when the overlay was maybe not quite sure who was the pro and the amateur, but probably a big payday for these two in the first round.
I think they each at least got a demo. So, I mean, for one single best of one, you're getting $300 right there. And I think they both scored as well. So they're both walking away with at least $450. So, hey, listen. I think that's pretty good. For one game of Rocket League, $450. I mean, you really can't go wrong. I feel like that was worth their time. And they still got another opportunity to get back onto the pitch and earn some more money. I feel like, we didn't see the demo meta come out. We were talking about demos a lot. Obviously, it's the golden goose here for a lot of the amateurs is getting that $300 for the demo. We've seen games in the past where amateurs just go straight up for demos the whole game. They don't even try and score. They just chase the pro around and collect their $300 as much as they can. I feel like this first round, especially on the Mizu side, trying to figure things out, kind of get in the flow of things and really learn like, okay, how can we make the most amount of money here?
Right. And I'm getting word that Mizu's team, to give you guys an idea, made around $1,000, maybe a little bit over $1,000. And I'm not sure if we mentioned it before, but it is the Carry Tax Invitational. So that's $1,000 for the team, and then a small portion of that gets taxed and goes to Mizu. But the hefty majority of it is going to go to Soggy Boy, I think his name was, who made the big bucks for it. So a decent first round. You love to see it. And they all have a second chance, like you said. Second chance. I think we see Mizu he'll have, double the experience he had in the past, or infinitely more experience when he gets back in. And maybe we'll see a little bit more of those setups like Rles, and a lot of that has to do with learning what your amateur can do for you. And maybe they'll get back to the drawing board and just say, you know what, maybe we just go for demos the whole time. Maybe scoring isn't our thing. But either way, a good first round of the Carry Tax Invitational.
Changing up the meta is never a bad thing. And we saw some good stuff out of our amateurs and our pros in our first match of the day. But hey, if you're wondering who the heck are Repeat, well, they're an online hosting platform for Rocket League tournaments, among other games. They have Rocket League and a bunch of other games as well. They have a ton of money on the line for for Rocket League and for games around the world. So opportunities for amateurs to go on there and compete and make a bunch of money. It's really cool. They've had, I think, several $1,000 tournaments there, or at least competitions. So it's a lot of fun. If you go to rpt.gg/CTI, you can check out all the things that Repeat have to offer, and maybe sign up and participate in something in the future.
Yeah, they've been running these Carry Tax Invitationals, I think, around monthly now. So we're talking about those 2 people that we're going to get in here live if you do !enter. You want to get in early because they need to start deciding before too long, so you can't wait too long to get !enter. But you could always join the Repeat Carry Tax Invitational tournament, which is where they select those 4 players who were already selected before the show went live today. Those people maybe checked out the previous ones and knew to get ahead of time. So do both. I say do both. You might get selected today. You might get selected later. And there's so much money. I mean, there's a lot of prizing that Repeat is giving away. And you really only have to play the game like you already normally do. So there's no reason not to check them out.
Check it out. It's worth your time. And speaking of worth our time, we got through match number 1 of the night. We have 5 more best of ones coming up. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, more Mizu Carry Tax Invitational.
Let me give you some freebies. Oh, you got that? Take it. Take us all.
I'm sorry, bro. I thought you were going to hit it.
No, you're good. I'll pop this eye. I'm a bump him too. Nah, wait, you. Get it. Lovely.
Let's go.
the Mizu Carry Tax Invitational. Still Corelli and then still Fear. We just got through our first match of the night. It was Team Rles and Team Mizu going against each other in a best of one. And what'd you think, Fear? I feel like it was a little, feeling things out there. I think Rles did his best to kind of set up his amateur, but what are your thoughts on it real quick?
I think as far as trying to set up goals, I think Rles did a really good job. He had a lot of almost kills on the goal line. So I like that from Rles. It might not be the best way for his team this time around to make money. It might be, or it could be because it slows down defenders. I think as soon as the play gets slowed down, maybe people need to start looking for demos. If you're playing against Rles and he keeps doing that, I think we could have seen more soggy, fresh demos. But not a bad round. I feel like going through it, sometimes we get distracted there. We didn't have the counter on the board, but 1,000, for that team Mizu is like a good round. So a couple demos is all you really need. That might be the play. I think going forward, if you can set it up as good as Rles was, then go for it, but maybe include a little bit more demoing.
Easier said than done. Just saying, hey, go ahead and just demo the pro. But it is worth the payoff. It is worth the payoff if you can get it. But we've got 5 more matches on the night, so let's go ahead and take a look at match number 2 and who we have on the docket. Team number 1 is Team Cheese and Momog 96. I'm gonna butcher that name. Is it Momo?
Sometimes the capitalization helps us. Let's go with Momog. Sounds good to me.
Okay. So the new LG boy there. Cheese, a couple LG, actually all of LG here tonight, by the way. Magic Bear included. But Cheese and Momog 96. And Cheese, we've seen him once before playing this. And again, it really just comes down to the pros setting up those amateurs. And I think Cheese is a pretty good enabler in that sense. So I think Momog could be happy with his partner.
Yeah, and I think as we realize, it's more about reading your amateur. Certain amateurs have certain strengths. We've had amateurs air dribble, resetting, double tap, and popping off. Let's get that guy to score as many goals as possible. Might be very easy, but we saw the last time around. Maybe there was different strengths from different players. So working together, you guys might have heard those clips that you see them talking to each other in the comms. They got to be quick to recognize, because it is, we talked about a lot of money made in a singular match. Well, you only have a singular match to make the adjustments. I mean, I guess you get 2 tries, which is nice. You get one more chance to do it later, but you got to be quick. And so recognizing those strengths early, and maybe those amateurs, relaying their strengths early if they're not going to feel like they're big aerial gameplay type players, maybe keep all those passes on the ground, that kind of stuff. So Cheese and Momo maybe need to talk about that, but Cheese knows how to do that. He's done it before.
Yeah, it's also tough being an amateur and then trying to adapt to your pro player as well. But that's Team Cheese. Let's go ahead and take a look at team number 2, who will be facing off against Team Cheese. It's Arsenal versus Mr. Kraken RL. Mr. Kraken, I like that name. Now that's a winning name right there.
That is a very solid name. And, Arsenal seems like maybe one of the best players to play. I'm just imagining, after getting a goal and having Arsenal in my ear, I feel like I'm going to get crazy hyped up. So I think Mr. Kraken RL is pretty lucky to get Arsenal. I'm not sure if Arsenal was farming a bunch of cash necessarily last time, but he's done this a few more times now. Maybe we'll see that cash along with that hype. But I'm excited, Mr. Kraken. And the big thing, and I'm sure you noticed it, RL. Mr. Kraken RL. This is not somebody who's just dabbling over into Rocket League for a moment for the repeat GG. This is a guy who mains Rocket League enough to put it in his name. So we could maybe have some high hopes for Mr. Kraken.
That's a gamer right there, if you ask me. Mr. Kraken, the gamer, Mr. Kraken RL, and being paired up with, some people are saying the hottest kid on the block right now. Arsenal's playing the best Rocket League, at least professionally, that we've seen in a long time. So, yeah, it's really exciting. If I'm Mr. Kraken RL, I'm ecstatic to be with Arsenal here tonight. And so it'll be Team Cheese and Team Arsenal here in our second match of the night. And I think typically, Fear, when we've done these shows, I think as the night goes on, these teams get better and better. I think they watch, they discuss, they see what happens to other teams. It's tough going first, but you can see, okay, if we just kind of play the game normally, that's how much money we will make. But if we actually go and play the bounties correctly, you could exponentially make more money.
Right. And I think kickoff strategies is actually a meta that normally gets going faster. I almost say we see it right away, but we didn't see it right away this time. Kickoffs to demos. I mean, really any sort of set piece where you can think you can maybe get demos. And we talked about before, it depends whether you're pro. Sometimes your pro gets set up against the amateur. The Rocket League spawn locations, don't always work out nicely, but As long as you come up with a quick strategy for that, you get a demo or two, you're doing well. And then that's when it actually maybe makes sense to sometimes let the pro score. Because if you're doing well on kickoffs, just let the pro score get to another kickoff, get to another demo. You come out a lot richer. So here is the first kickoff of the next round, and it's going to be the two pros who go for it, and they go for it nice and boring. So no kickoff strategies just yet. Wait a second. Kraken RL. He's looking speedy in the few moments I've already watched him.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Mr. Kraken. Oh, he's here to play.
You love to see it. I can tell off the kickoff. I mean, you watch enough Rocket League, you see somebody just move for 10 seconds. It's like, wait a second. That guy can move. That guy plays Rocket League. Mr. Kraken is ready. And now Arsenal knows. You can put it almost anywhere. You don't need to roll it on the ground. Mr. Kraken can get up and make some plays, and that's going to be exciting to see.
And this is going to be a frustrating game, I think, if you're Team Cheese just trying to get in and make some money. Team Arsenal, I think Arsenal knows now he can be really confident with his teammate. Look at Mr. Kraken go, trying to cut this one across, but it's tough to get by Cheese. We got our overlay up and working now, so the total cash should be correct on your screen for both players as they start to accumulate.
That was a pool shot from the amateur onto Cheese to go in, which if it went in, it was going to be worth no money, which I feel like they should go retroactively at it if the amateur manages to pool shot with their pro. We also saw a demo attempt earlier where I swear he's just about supersonic. It was Magasemi, or I think it was Momog was the overlay before. I think that's the same player. But either way, there's a demo right there. There's an amateur on pro. That's what I'm talking about. If pros are often going to be slowing the play down, trying to set up, those are the times to strike and just forget about the ball.
So look at this, Fear. We're 1 minute into this game, and both players well over $300. Mr. Kraken sitting on $450, and they've been threatening the whole game. He might hit 1,000 if they keep up the pace. Let's see if Team Cheese can get going.
Yeah, the respect from Arsenal is great. Like, he just took an air dribble reset as a pass. Like, it's tough to read air dribble resets, but he's already like, Kraken can read it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel good about Kraken. I'll just throw as many crazy assists as possible. Oh, my goodness.
He got another
Dude,
one.
look at this passing play. Kraken's pre-jumping.
Oh, he's been fed again, and that time, that was a decent pass, but Mr. Kraken couldn't get around to it. Arsenal put a little bit too far ahead of him. He's at $750 here in the first 2 minutes. Oh my gosh!
Just go for a psycho.
Wait, is it a goal?
Wait, it's perfect. Oh, I think you should have waited for the bounce. I mean, obviously, if the pro's back there, he's going to clean up the back wall, but you never know if your other amateur is maybe just going to miss and give you that opportunity.
And an amateur save will come out for Team Cheese, so Momo's going to get at least $30 on that play. I think Arsenal, this is one of those, another part of the meta here in this particular type of setup in Rocket League, where the pros will just air dribble on the hopes that it gets saved, so the ball kind of dies inside the box and that amateur can come in and sweep it up. And that's exactly what I think Arsenal was trying to do there. He was hoping and banking on the save so that his amateur could come through and kind of clean things up.
Yeah, unfortunately, he was up against the amateur. Usually that's a really good strategy to do against the pro because often, they might get pushed slightly out of the play after making the save, and that's ideal. Arsenal, he has so much respect for Kraken. For good reason. Kraken is doing really well. And it's going to be a goal line save. I'm not sure. I think a little bit of amateur money maybe on that save. As Magasemi's back in the corner, no boost. Okay. That one is just a possession play.
Arsenal trying not to force it too hard. Cheese hasn't had a lot of opportunity. That's why I said it might be a little frustrating. He hasn't had an opportunity to really set up his teammate. He doesn't have boost, and now he's ahead of his amateur. Oh, Momo one to the demo. Arsenal looking for the setup to the back wall. Kraken's there, and it's off the crossbar. Cheese there to try and get it out, but Team Arsenal, they are making life rough as $50 will be accumulated for the pro demo. But Mr. Kraken trying to keep this one and keep the attack going.
$410 for Team Cheese, and they haven't scored a goal. Unfortunately, no money to be made off of this nice passing play. Kraken did a great job, but this is one of those things I was talking about, how if you're the amateur, you just stay midfield. Don't even go to the balls in the corner. Let Arsenal go do that, because even though that was an amazing pass, there's no money to be made. But I wanted to point out, Team Cheese, no goals, $410. And I think correctly, Momo's been looking for demos. He's gotten a couple different bumps that haven't even connected. If those are just going a little bit faster, he could even be winning the money game right now. Cheese is maybe going to get them another kickoff. No, it is slightly wide. But look, he's just chasing. He's not even playing the game anymore. He's like, screw it. I'm going to just chase Arsenal down and make money that way.
Yeah, he's trying to get Arsenal. Arsenal's doing a good job of dodging it. That goal will get no one money. But even off the kickoff, Momo was chasing him. So Arsenal, he's got a target on his back. You can see Momo just sweep across Arsenal. is not going to let him. I don't know. Arsenal was maybe hoping Kraken could come through. Let's watch this kickoff, though. Watch Momo on Team Cheese. See what he does. See if he tries to chase Arsenal. No, he'll just take the ball away.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard to resist, but that could have been one of the best times, especially when he has the win, like he has the race to the ball won, so Arsenal's not going to go hard commit. He's going to just be driving slow. You just late turn and maybe go for a bump. I mean, it could be so useful, but it's probably not necessarily the right Rocket League player. It's definitely not, because it goes all in. You have to make contact to not get scored on, but this is different than regular Rocket League.
I think Momo was trying to do his best to use, hesitating on if he should get the demo or not. Cheese will get the goal again. Doesn't really count for anything. Team Arsenal, they scored a few of these themselves. Remember, the score doesn't really matter. It does matter for the amateurs making money, but nobody gets anything extra for winning, which is what makes this event so exciting. So less than a minute to go. And I suppose a fake kickoff coming out from Team Arsenal, as Cheese will bump Arsenal out. Momo, can he put this on a target? No, he put it off the back wall.
Jeez, he's in the right position, though. If you want the pros on the side wall, he's actually taking some time because Momo's not around. He's going to have to take Arsenal out. Arsenal's a little bit too good. He's put this one on the platter for Kraken, but Cheese denies on a nice recovery. And, oh, Cheese was expecting a touch there. He actually turned off. Oh, another barely missed demo. I mean, he almost had an exhibition of demos with no goals, 22 seconds. Arsenal is going to be hard to connect with him up here in the air. He's got Kraken waiting, but Cheese is going to deny. Now Arsenal should be low on boost, but Momo's nowhere around. I really want one more Momo demo.
He's been
Cheese
chasing.
passed across the field, but it doesn't seem like Momo's even looking to try and score them, really.
Oh, he wants the goal, and that was not a bad effort. Arsenal made the save at the end, but you can see $410 for Team Cheese, $750 for Team Arsenal. And Team Arsenal definitely benefiting off of those two demos from Mr. Kraken. That's $600 alone for Mr. Kraken with those two demos.
Yeah, I mean, and we talked about maybe runs that aren't the best runs ever, and I think it's fair to admit that Momo maybe didn't have the biggest, most cash-earning round without any goals for himself. He made $400.
Yep.
He made $400. He also set up a great pass. I think Cheese scored one of those assists from him, because not only is it nice for just morale, you get to another kickoff, but you want to reward the amateur. When he gets a nice 50 against Arsenal, a pro, and pops the ball up to a perfect scoring position, Cheese is like, come on, you deserve it. So he slams in a goal, get them a kickoff, but a good round. I mean, they know. I think really what it came down to, and I'll see if you agree, is Kraken is so good, so you're dealing with two really good players. It's hard for Cheese to get those setups.
Yeah, it seems like Mr. Kraken, definitely one of the better amateurs that we've had here on the show. We've had some pretty good amateurs in the past, but Mr. Kraken really showed his stuff early with the passing plays between him and Arsenal. I feel like when you have that for a pro player who's really trying to set you up, it's tough because I think pro players are very used to setting up their teammates in a very specific way. It's highly mechanical, it's complicated, it's in the air. Some of our amateurs can't aerial as well, but Mr. Kraken seemed to have no issue keeping up and reading Arsenal, which is, I think, what we harp on a lot, is that the amateurs can't really read what pros are doing because obviously,
right.
No fault of their own, they don't play at a pro level. So, I think Mr. Kraken understood enough and did really well there with Arsenal.
Yeah, I feel like Arsenal still could have turned it down. It's like Arsenal saw how the game started, saw that first Kraken goal, and then was like, I'm treating you like a pro. I'm passing these like you're ready and been speedy enough. He maybe could have taken a little bit off, but they still had a great round. And, I think we talk about the cash that comes away with this. Cash lasts only so long. I do think like the moments of having a sick passing play with Arsenal would be special to me. How much would I monetarily value that? Maybe not as much as getting another goal for $150, but hey, still definitely a good time. So a win for that squad for sure.
Well, if you're sitting at home and you're looking at everything that's going on, you too can qualify for one of these. Repeat, they're an online platform where they host tournaments all the time, and that's where we got our amateurs here tonight. So if you want to qualify for the next Carry Tax Invitational, you can go to that link at the bottom of the screen, rpt.gg/CTI, where you can go sign up, compete, make some money, and then possibly even qualify for the next Carry Tax Invitational. Tons of money over there, and obviously tons of money here tonight. So big opportunities if you're an amateur player and want to get involved and earn a bit of cash playing Rocket League.
Yeah, for sure. And I mention this every time, but I want to mention it again because I think a lot of people will think about tournaments and they'll think, oh, don't those take hours? Don't I have to be good to win them? But that's not really how it works over at Repeat. I recommend going to check it out. You just get to play the game alongside like how you normally do in ranked, and you could still, be a winner. So it's really a no-brainer. It's not like a huge commitment from you. And plus, getting an opportunity to be in one of these events is definitely a great bonus. So highly recommend checking it out.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff, what Repeat's doing, and it's what powers here for our show. So go ahead and check that out. But don't check it out for too long because we've got many more matches here coming up for the rest of the night. That's only 2 of 6 of our best of 1. So we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, more Mizu Carry Tax Invitational.
I'll let you rock.
Yeah, hold on.
Wait, this
That's
guy's
in?
kinda crazy.
Oh, it's not in.
I'm hitting it high. Popping. Free shot. Yeah.
It's in. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
Welcome back to the Mizu Carry Tax Invitational. We are 2 matches deep here. What do you make of the competition so far?
I'm thinking we have a very wide range, maybe one of the widest ranges of amateur ability that we've seen in a bit. We had at least one carry tax where it seemed like almost everybody had, was a high-end Rocket League player. We have a mix, which I think brings some strategy out in order to try and get stuff to happen. And I know this match coming up might be a mix of, somebody who's played a ton versus little. I think there's still great opportunities to make money. And I think it's going to change and evolve the meta past what we've even seen so far in terms of how to play alongside what players. So I'm excited.
Well, by the way, we have more than just competition here tonight. Repeat awards over $20,000 in Rocket League prizing every month. You could type !repeat in the chat. You can check out, you can sign up and just play tournaments all the time here at Repeat. So the opportunity to play, the opportunity to earn some money is abundant at repeat.gg. That's !repeat in the chat. You could sign up and just play.
Yeah, if you don't believe that the repeat is good for this prize money, then you haven't been watching the Carry Tax Invitationals. You haven't been watching them. You know, they clearly are all about like investing in the Rocket League scene with their prizing, not just for these events, but their prizing on Repeat GG. So it's definitely worth a check out. I think anybody who is, you know, investing in the Rocket League scene, I want to support. So I think, you know, Repeat is a good one. So a little exclamation point repeat in the chat and see what it's all about.
Yeah, definitely want to get involved, not only to win money there, but also possibly qualify for the next Carry Tax Invitational. So a lot of incentive to go there and check out the site and check out what all the Rocket League stuff is going on there. But speaking of Rocket League stuff, we have our third match of the night. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first team in match number 3. It's still going to be Rles. We're going to see Rles again with iParty 24/7. He's, you know, in between matches, he was probably partying. Fear. I mean, he's got to live up to the namesake. He has a reputation to uphold, so I'm sure he was partying. But now it's time to get back to business. And he and Rles, clunky in the beginning, but definitely started to figure it out. Rles certainly did a great job of setting him up.
Yeah, I think that Rles and Party, I think we maybe said that they should demo a bit more. They might put that in mind. I don't think there's anything wrong with how Rles was trying to set up Party. He did give him some good opportunities and had some really like teed up setups. So they might not change that. But maybe go for demos. Maybe, I'm not sure what they have in store, but I know Rles is a pro, and not just a pro in Rocket League, but a pro in the Carry Tax Invitational. So he'll figure it out.
Very experienced here in the Carry Tax Invitational. One of the better pros you could probably get just for this specific competition. So iParty 24/7. We'll have to figure that out with Rles. Let's go ahead and meet team number 2 and see what they have in store. It's Arsenal and Mr. Kraken RL. Now, this is going to be a tough matchup, I think, for Team Rles, because so far, Arsenal and Mr. Kraken have looked the best, in my opinion.
Yeah, Mr. Kraken RL is a force. And, you know, while Mr. Kraken RL, who puts RL at the end of his name, is grinding Rocket League, you know what he's not doing? He's not partying 24/7.
That's right.
And it's clear that Party 24/7 is maybe doing a little bit more partying than Kraken is doing, and Kraken's playing a little bit more Rocket League. So it's going to be a bit of a dynamic to work around, one that, you know, if you're asking for anybody to do it for you, it's Rles. It's the guy who's done it as many times as, you know, you possibly can. So Rles is a good guy to have in your corner. I think they're going to find a way, and I'm excited to see how it all plays out. I mean, Mr. Kraken's going to be tough, though.
Team Rles, Team Arsenal, match number 3 of the night. If you're just joining us, this is a best of 7 in a bounty-based type Rocket League game. So it's not about who wins. It's about who makes the most money. And, of course, as a reminder, we do not go to overtime. So if things are tied, then it'll just stay tied. And Mr. Kraken going to make sure that it's not tied as he gets his first $150.
Yeah, if we see any situation where it's going to be Kraken versus Party 24/7, I think Kraken is going to be able to get some goals, maybe, you know, without the help of Arsenal. What I want to see Party do, we watched Party's POV there for the first 15 seconds. Gotta have boost, not necessarily because you need to score, but you need to have boost to get to Supersonic and get a demo. So I want to see Party not sitting on, you know, 0 almost ever, and just driving around and letting Rles do everything else. Right now, maybe tried to chase through and then sending one back to his own net. Rles is going to stop it from being a goal, as Arsenal is trying to find a way to get Kraken going. I mean, this has been a couple different times Arsenal's passed. Wait, Party 24/7.
Okay.
Wait a second. You know, that's a nice air dribble, but the problem is, like I said, you don't really want to see the amateurs on the walls. You want the pros on the walls, and Party needs to stick around. Rles is trying to do some work for him. Party, not going to make it back before Arsenal gets the save.
I think that's one of those situations that Party just didn't believe in Rles to beat, and maybe I don't blame him, but he was so far off the ball, he couldn't get to it. And now Arsenal trying to get the bump and sitting it for the net. That's an amateur epic save, so $75 for Party 24/7 as he'll bully Arsenal off the ball.
Yeah, Party 24/7 is used to his ranked teammates. I mean, that's just the reality. So he's thinking, my ranked teammate is doing nothing for me up there. Look at me turning around. Surely my ranked teammate's going to miss. No, Rles is going to get you. Oh, there's an amateur demo there.
Yeah.
I see why you were talking about that.
Mr. Kraken got Rles. Well, Rles was trying. In fact, I think he bumped Rles into this. on the demo. Or maybe he hit the ball in. He own goaled,
He might
actually.
have even scored it.
Yeah, he own goaled it, but it was worth it. That's a $300 own goal right there.
Yeah, I mean, party 24/7. Just need you closer to the net. Hopefully that's what Rles is saying. You know, trust me, I'm going to get you these opportunities. Arsenal is just trying
What a
to
save.
Wait, that was a huge save.
Yeah.
We watched it from Arsenal POV and party 24/7 dodging the pro demo. Oh, Rles couldn't get him, trying to clear out the net.
Mr. Kraken on the hunt for Rles. Just throws it in reverse. Went right past Rles. Arsenal trying to get the pass out. Comes out to Mr. Kraken. Shot on target. Rles is there. And almost another demo. Rles having to keep his head on a swivel right now as Mr. Kraken lands, almost maybe getting the wave dash demo, as Arsenal will get Rles. And this one will pitch back.
Kraken outplaying the amateur. He's got Rles to beat. Turns around. Hope he's smart to do that. Big fake.
Fake.
As he maybe just goes for the demo. Arsenal's flick is on
Another
target.
one.
Oh, that's party 24/7.
Yeah. He just went straight for Arsenal. And $300. Again, $300 for letting the other team score. I take that every time.
For sure, and it looks like Kraken, actually it seems both amateurs were just not playing the game. They're both just looking for demos, which is funny because Kraken actually could have very easily scored. I mean, Arsenal trying to lob it up for him. To be fair, he probably doesn't score if he doesn't bump Rles, but it was just bumps, and bumps on the pros do not get you anything. Arsenal dropping this from, wow, what a save from Rles. No points for that, but never a bad idea to keep possession in your favor.
Okay.
Nice play from Arsenal, and Kraken, another goal.
Well, Kraken's on pace here to break $1,000 in a game. We've seen multiple players throughout the Carry Tax Invitationals that we've been a part of break 1,000, 1,100. I think the most we've seen is like 14 or 15, maybe even 1,800, somewhere in there. I don't think anyone's broken $2,000 in a single game, at least. But yeah, definitely seen quite a bit as the demo comes out. That was Mr. Kraken on Rles, so another $300. He's at $980 for Mr. Kraken, and he's doing quite well. As Rles will return the favor, but you don't get money for that.
Yeah, I think Rles just felt like he wasn't in the play. He thought, no way is this guy going to chase me all the way down. You know, his Rocket League senses says that wouldn't matter.
Wow. A bump.
Who shot this? Was this not Rles?
This was Mr. Kraken who shot this. Rles got bumped by, Rles, no, excuse me.
No, Rles or gold.
Did he hit it?
No, the last touch from Kraken was on the side wall, and then Rles just slammed it into the ceiling and into the net. But hey, you get into the kickoff, so it's not the end of the world. Just because the other team gets a little bit of money, may still be the best decision for you and your amateur. As iParty 24/7 bumps Arsenal, Rles looked like he was maybe going to try and get aggressive. Party 24/7. Wait, an amateur demo. Wait, Rles is off screen. Kraken's taking everybody out. He took both players off, and he's at $1,400 with just under 2 minutes to go.
Wow. He is making some money right now, that's for sure. He is making money. And he's still got a minute 40 left on the clock. iParty 24/7. He's trying to pass it. Out and away. That was dangerous just to give some free money. It's Rles. He's going to try and keep this one in play. Team Rles sitting at $450. Certainly an opportunity for iParty 24/7. I don't know. I feel like iParty 24/7 should just go for demos at this point. And maybe not on Mr. Kraken, though. You don't get money for that one.
Yeah, interestingly, Arsenal was Arsenal out of the play was chasing Party 24/7 down, and that truly just makes no sense to me. But he needs to just hit the brakes and then let Arsenal go in front of him and then chase him down.
Demo. That time it was amateur on amateur. Here comes this one off the back wall. Mr. Kraken has another opportunity. Again, off the side wall. Tough angle and can't get it. Team Rles, iParty 24/7 trying to get something. Let's get something to drop here. 40 seconds left. And iParty 24/7. Now, that's another thing, Fear, that we haven't talked about too much is letting the ball trickle all the way back to your net just to get the $30, $75 save as iParty 24/7 is going to get a bump in midair, and that's $150.
When was the last time Rles getting a little pass right here? I was like, when's the last time Rles touched it? This is a lot of iParty 24/7. A little bump on Arsenal, too, just to really rub it in. But yeah, I think there was a challenge that Party 24/7 made earlier to cut off Kraken's shot. It was a great Rocket League play, but he got there too soon when really what he needed to do was let Kraken chip it into him slightly, so he got credited with a save. Oh, Rles let him chip this one. Can he get a touch? Oh, he turned away from the play. You know, you might accidentally save it if you're party 24/7, but I mean, it's worth it. You maybe get the goal. So I'd like to see him turn in. It goes against all of your Rocket League bones to, you know, not just save your teammate's shot, but you need to in this context. So instead, it'll just be a Rles goal and back to a kickoff with 23 seconds.
Both the pros going for that kickoff. Let's see who could come up with some late game cash here. Mr. Kraken's denied his opportunity. Now here's a chance. I party 24/7. He's got to get right behind Rles. That's a demo. $300, $900 here in the final 10 seconds. Huge bump for iParty 24/7, and maybe a goal to boot. Can he put it away? He can. A double tap off the post, and he's over $1,000.
You love to see it. You see everybody on Team Arsenal was just searching for demos. They said, screw it, in the final moments, we're getting 350, so they just left the net. Party 24/7 clutches up, and now 1 second left to go. We talked about there's no overtime, but there is still a second left. So if they can keep this up, oh, wait, it was a demo.
Oh, was it demo right at
He
the
went
end?
for a demo off the kickoff.
Oh.
And made it 17:30 before overtime. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh my goodness. So over $1,700 right at the end. Mr. Kraken with 5 demos. Now, not all of them were on Rles, but I think the majority of them were. iParty 24/7, the same thing. I think 2 out of 3 were on Arsenal. So Fear, we talked about it. We wanted to see more physicality. We wanted to see more demos. We wanted to see the $300 flash up on our screen. And boy, did we get it in this game.
Yeah, and I think one thing they realized is sometimes it works out that, you know, the other team making less money means more money for you. But this time around, especially towards the end, Team Arsenal recognizing, you know what? It doesn't really matter if Party scores. Let's go try and get one more demo. And in fact, if Party does score, we go to a kickoff and we get an opportunity to snag $300 with 1 second left to go. So everybody winning there late in that game, Rles and Arsenal. Great performances. You know, Team Rles was working with Party 24/7, who maybe doesn't play as much Rocket League, and they still came out with $1,000 in this one round. So huge round for them. Gotta give them kudos.
Massive, even. That is awesome for both of these guys to walk away with 4 figures of cash for a single game of Rocket League. And both of them now have played 2 matches, so I don't remember their totals from before, but you know, well over $1,000, maybe for some of them even pushing almost $2,000. And don't forget, we also have the show match later on, and the winning team of that, their amateurs will get a cut of the $6,000 prize pool as well. So there's still, even after 2 matches, there's still an opportunity for the amateurs to make money. And speaking of amateurs, Fear, it's our favorite part of the show. We have 2 more pros that are amateurless. They don't have someone, and we've picked some people from chat. So I believe if we're ready, we can announce the first name. It is Swab. Swab will be joining us as the next amateur. I can't remember if he's being paired up with AJ or Magic Bear, one of the 2. But let's go ahead and see our second amateur. His name is Kool-Aid. Well, that's
Kool-Aid.
easy. That's an easy name. So Swab and Kool-Aid have been drawn. Thank you so much for everyone who entered. By the way, you could do that next time at the next Carry Tax Invitational. We've done it, 3-4 months in a row now. But you can also qualify next time as well. So, in fact, Fear, you can go to rpd.gg/CTI, where you can go and qualify. Repeat hosts a ton of different Rocket League competitions. That's where we got 4 of our amateurs here today. So if you want to join and have the opportunity to make some money, whether it's through their tournaments or qualify here and make money on a Carry Tax Invitational, you can go to rpt.gg/CTI. A lot of letters. I promise it's worth going.
Yeah, definitely check it out. I mean, I think people are getting excited in chat for the people who got chosen. I mean, that could be you next time around, and you're going to have a better chance. You know, twice as good of a chance, it seems, right? I'm sure that's how it works, right? Because 4 people got selected. We don't need to think about who entered. It doesn't matter. 4 is bigger than 2, so sign up for the next Carry Tax Invitational tournament, and you might get picked, and you'll know long before the live show, so you can be ready with your strategy with your pro.
Well, we are, 3 matches into the night. We've got many more ahead of us, more best of ones, a more Carry Tax Invitational coming up right after the break.
How are you?
Big miss. It's okay.
You can just
Beat
wait.
Rles for the ball.
Yep. Popping. Fake.
He's got that. Oh,
Wait,
no, he doesn't.
Tom?
Yeah, we got that.
Nice,
Let's go.
bro.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Mizu Carry Tax Invitational. I'm Corelli. That's Fear. We're halfway through the night, and we've seen 3 matchups so far, 3 best of ones, and more importantly, we just drew our next 2 amateurs that will be pairing up with AJ and Magic Bear. And Fear, you were telling me that possibly someone got chosen from your chat, so that's kind of exciting. We'll see how good your chat will be paired up with a pro player. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I saw everybody adding Swab in chat when it happened, and they're already talking smack. Says they're going to be chain demoing AJ.
Uh-oh.
So that'll take, if you can actually chain demo someone, there's a lot of money to be made there. So I've got a lot of faith in my chat. So I'm thinking we're going to see maybe, a little record breaker from Swab.
Okay, I like the call out. We have not seen any chain demos quite yet. We've seen multiple demos throughout a game, but a chain demo, especially on a pro, that would be fun to watch. So let's go ahead and jump into our next matchup in our first team. Match number 4 of the night. It's going to be Mizu and Saki Boy. We saw these guys on the first match of the night. This is their second match. And Mizu and Saki Boy, if my memory serves me right, had a decent run in their first match.
Yeah, I think they ended up making over 1,000, which is definitely a good mark to hit. That's a great game. I think if you're getting anywhere near the thousands, it's a great game. And Mizu and Soggy Boy, I feel like they almost got it all at once. That's kind of how I remember. Like maybe got a couple demos, and all of a sudden it went from maybe not so great a game to a great one.
Yeah.
So demo game, probably what they're going to go for again. This is Mizu's second time ever doing this, whereas almost everyone else is kind of like a veteran of the carry tax. So I'm expecting even more as Mizu, learns the play style, learns what to do. So Soggy Boy might be going away with even more cash.
Team number 1 is Mizu and Saki Boy. Let's take a look at team number 2. Going up against the man himself, Mizu, it's AJ and Kool-Aid. So the first time we are getting to see AJ, the new M80 boy, and of course, our newest member here on the night, Kool-Aid, who was just picked from chat. He's joining up and teaming up with AJ.
Yeah, AJ, Chronic has played this a bunch. AJ, I think, has played it as well. They oftentimes get some kind of crazy setup in the corner and then somehow finish them off with drop downs that are free for Kool-Aid. I think we're going to see that again from him. AJ is one of those mechanical masterminds that it's going to be tough for even other pros to slow him down. So he'll be able to create opportunities, maybe get Mizu to miss and leave one easy for Kool-Aid. I'm not really sure what to expect from Kool-Aid in terms of Rocket League ability, but even if AJ's going high flying to drop him off, he can make him easy for anybody to finish.
Well, I feel like for the players that join late, they come through our live chat draw, they're joining while have the wealth of knowledge of the first 3 games. So I feel like if I'm Kool-Aid, no matter the skill level that he walks into this, I feel like he's going to have that knowledge that, we've been sharing because we've been here at least, 3-4 times now. So I feel like we kind of know how it works. But of course, just seeing how the games turned out, I'm interested to see if that'll play a part for Kool-Aid and AJ, see if they can rack up a bunch of points and of course a bunch of money.
I think Soggy Boy off that first kickoff might have just dodged the ball and looked for something. I watched 1 second of Kool-Aid and I feel like he's a good player.
Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah,
you could just tell right away.
Yeah, a little rough on the sidewall there, but you could tell. Any player that's got deep, understanding and control of his car like that, is going to be decent enough. And I think AJ might have been blessed here with a pretty good teammate.
Mizu air dribble has to kind of slow it down. Actually, great infield pass. Unfortunately, gets stopped out. Kool-Aid wanted the doink. Maybe could have put it on target. AJ with a bump. Oh, that's just communication. That'll work with time. AJ clearly not telegraphing that he's going to be backflipping that ball. So far, only a save, it looks like, for Team Mizu to get 30 on the board as we approach the first minute. It's clear that everybody on the field is talented and capable. It's an infield pass. Kool-Aid. Mizu's going to stop it, so no money to be gained.
And by the way, I meant to say this last time we saw Saki Boy. I like his car. I don't know what the car is because I don't know much about outside the Octane Fennec and Dominus meta. But that car he's rocking was got a pretty cool decal on top of it. Kind of like that multicolored, like pond water, ripple effect, I guess. It might be called ripple. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it's a pretty cool decal. As Kool-Aid has an opportunity here. He's going to dunk it through at $150 for Kool-Aid.
What did I say earlier? I said AJ and Chronic, they have a knack of creating opportunities out of the corner. AJ, he doesn't have to do that same sort of air dribble, but he goes up and pinches it down. That's Mizu in net, by the way. He gets up over the top of Mizu, courtesy of AJ, and it's clear that Kool-Aid will be able to reach those heights as they get the first goal of this match.
Took them a minute and a half, but they're able to break through at $150 for Team AJ. AJ, he's going to look for Kool-Aid here as Mizu's going to take that away. Not going to allow it. Now Mizu has the opportunity if he can collect this in his own corner. Kool-Aid wants the demo, and he won't get it. A Soggy Boy. Check out that car. I mean, it looks cool, right? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, he's got to play some defense. It's off the crossbar. And Kool-Aid and Soggy Boy fighting for it in the midfield. It comes out for Soggy Boy's favor as he works from the offensive corner.
Yeah, it looks like Soggy is doing enough to convince AJ to turn around. But like I said, you don't want to see too many amateurs in the corners, but he's reset. Mizu has went and made it work. AJ gets a save. That's a great setup, though. Fortunately for both of these guys' wallets, the defense has been great. That's a pro-on-pro demo.
Soggy Boy.
Soggy now just has Kool-Aid to beat, and fortunately can't take him down.
Soggy Boy came into that one a little bit too wet. Just flipped that one and couldn't get on. Now Kool-Aid has an open net. It's wide open, and another $150 goes his way.
Yeah, it looks like Soggy was resetting for boost, but I actually don't hate this in a game that's been a little bit slower started. You know, you don't necessarily need to worry about protecting your net perfectly. Maybe set up for an opportunity for a demo. And I did see, I believe it was Soggy Boy, to start the series, first kickoff, looked for a demo. Will he find a chance again? Kool-Aid and Mizu combined to put the ball in the orange half. AJ just going to lob it down. I expect Mizu to bring it back. But this is a demo opportunity. Kool-Aid recognized it, but the double jump over the top, Mizu stays alive.
Demo comes out. Was that an amateur demo? It was. So $300 for Kool-Aid. He got Mizu, and now $600 in this game. Team Mizu only sitting at $80 right now, as they have not really been able to put anything together. Mizu's going to try and take this one himself, but not really looking to set up his teammate Soggy Boy as another amateur
demo
comes out.
Wow. I mean, it wasn't a bad idea. I mean, wait, oh, it's a goal for a pro. But when Mizu was dribbling, Soggy Boy was trying to chase AJ down on the ground. Unfortunately, it just worked out at the right time to jump to make the save. Was that anyways? So Soggy Boy and Mizu, it's demo time. It's demo time if you ask me. 900 for Team AJ. It's time to get some big bucks from some demolitions.
Yeah, you got to go for the demos just to get yourself on the board, just to make the game worth it. As Team AJ threatening again to tap in for Kool-Aid, and he's over 1,000.
A minute 38. This team is cooking. Soggy Boy maybe just trying to drive through and get AJ again. I mean, we talked about the demos. You know, it's hard to say whether or not he's trying to cut AJ off or maybe just trying to intercept him in the air. But kickoff opportunities are going to be one of the easier times to do it. Mizu does go to the kickoff, and unfortunately for Soggy Boy, he wants the other pro to go to the kickoff, so they use up their boost and they're stagnant in net.
Oh, he left it.
Instead, AJ makes some more money for Kool-Aid by setting him up off the back wall.
That was really smart by AJ. Just looking at, he could have easily double tapped out. He really tried to get out of the way. In fact, it even kind of rubber banded off of AJ. And Kool-Aid there, he's got 4 goals and a couple demos. $1,200 on the dot. Team AJ, we said it here. We said, you know, Kool-Aid had the opportunity to see the last 3 games, you know, hear our criticisms, see how the other teams performed, and look at this. First game of the night, $1,200, and he's got over a minute left.
Yes, a huge run for Kool-Aid. Now, maybe a save he could farm out here. I'm not sure if it registers as a save, unfortunately. AJ out ahead. When you have your amateur make a save, you know it's going to be a while before they're back. He's looking for a demo now. That would have been amateur on amateur, though. There's pro on amateur. Everybody hates that.
Yeah, we all hate that. We should take money from him.
Kool-Aid, that would be a great pass, but there's no reason for AJ to go for it, so he gets nowhere near the play. Mizu needs to beat AJ, try and get a setup. He got dunked. Soggy Boy's the only one to beat. Kool-Aid goes underneath. They get $13.50 for Kool-Aid.
What is that, 5 goals for Kool-Aid? I mean, this is incredible. And in fact, I think the 4th goal, AJ shot it on target. Kool-Aid was there on the far post. He just didn't make contact on the ball. He could have all the goals in this game and $1,500 had he connected. Still, $13.50 and a darn good first game for Team AJ as Soggy Boy puts that one wide. And still only $80 on Team Mizu. I hate to say it, but this might be the lowest money game we've seen out of a team.
I mean, we have 30 seconds. Some magic can happen. We saw it 1 second in the previous game a demo that all of a sudden makes any game look good. There's a pro on pro demo. AJ taking Mizu out. Kool-Aid has just been farming goals. AJ's doing such a good job of setting it up. Soggy Boy, 8 seconds. Forget about the game. The game doesn't exist. All that exists is AJ. Oh, I see another opportunity. He's went for a lot of those and just hasn't quite been able to either make contact or been going fast enough to get the demo. So that one sent the whole field. I think that would have been a Soggy Boy goal.
Yeah,
gone in.
it was.
But unfortunately, it lands on the goal line. And, you know, maybe not the best game from Soggy Boy and Mizu, but remember, they had a great game previously. They're still going to be coming away with a ton of prize.
Yeah, still a lot of money to be made, and hey, any money is great money to be made if you're playing a game of Rocket League. But for Team AJ, my goodness, that was only game number 1. They still got another game to play, and they could double up the amount of money they made. I mean, that was that. I mean, for us, you know, the peanut gallery. You know, we sit back, we criticize, we say what's good, what's bad. That was a perfect game, I feel like, from Team AJ to feed your amateur. And, of course, it takes the skill of Kool-Aid to put away the shots, but a lot of great enabling, I think, coming out from AJ. And you can see what happens. You just make a ton of money.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about this idea, you give this idea on the surface, everybody's thinking about the game that they just played. You know, still kind of playing Rocket League because they're just mostly getting goals, but doing so by having the pro set up the amateur. You know, that might still not be the best way to ever do it just because those demos are so nice. You know, maybe someone comes up with some strategy that's purely demo based. But as far as the kind of playing it like regular Rocket League, this is exactly what you're looking for out of Team AJ and Kool-Aid. Tons of setups, tons of finishes, and tons of cash.
Well, your opportunity to join us for tonight has come and gone, but you can still have the opportunity to qualify for future repeat and Carry Tax Invitational tournaments in the future. You can go to rpt.gg/CTI where you can sign up, get involved, compete in some other repeat tournaments, make some money, and possibly even qualify for a Carry Tax Invitational in the future. That's where we got our first 4 amateurs here on the night. So huge opportunity. You don't want to miss out on it. Go to rpt.gg/CTI. I'm never going to get it right, but you can see it on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, if you love events like these, it's definitely worth checking out. You know, Repeat is running these great. They've been running them monthly, and it's one of the best events I've seen in Rocket League, especially once it get amateurs involved. So if all it takes for us to give back to them is just give a little check out on the Repeat site, I think it's worth it. So check it out. Maybe play some Repeat tournaments. They're very easy to play, and we all win. Win.
Okay, match 4, come and gone. All done with that. We got a couple more matches here on the docket for the Mizu Carry Tax Invitational. We're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, more Rocket League, more best of ones, more money, more bounties, more everything. Stay with us.
Pass, Seth.
Yeah, I'm going to stay on the ground here.
Nice.
Yeah.
You should like, sit in their box.
Yep.
Try to score that. Nice, good job.
Let's go.
Nice. Good job, Kool-Aid.
Yo, great pass, dude.
Welcome back to the Mizu Carry Tax Invitational. We have gone through many, many matches. So many matches, I can't even remember how many. This is match at number 5, though. And we had 6 on the docket. So we have 2 more best of ones, and then our 3v3 pro show match. It will be a best of 5. So stick around for the pro match, and definitely stick around for these next 2 games here. We've had a lot of fun so far, and I feel like between the last couple games, I think we've started to see the amateurs really come into form, and a lot more money's going out the door now.
Yeah, we had some huge winners. We maybe set some records the other way, but keep in mind, the total for Mizu and his squad is like 1,000, maybe 100, 1,200. So, hey, it's still a great night of Rocket League. So there's no losing at all. But yeah, people are getting going. We saw Kool-Aid came from the chat today. Very talented at Rocket League. We have, I think, debuting another player we took from the chat in this next round. So it could be them going against each other. It might be a pretty special round.
Oh, before we get to that, Fear, we of course have to talk about how Repeat awards over $20,000 in Rocket League prizing every single month. If you want to get involved, have your opportunity to make that type of money, use !Repeat in chat. You can sign up and just play today. That's a lot of money, Fear. There's a lot of money going out the door here from Repeat. I don't know how they do it, but they do it every time. They do it every month. And if you're an amateur player, that's what they're all about. Lots of opportunities to make some money.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer to check it out. Mentioned it before. I'll mention it basically every time. You don't have to go win a tournament. You don't have to be the best player ever. This is not like a top-tier skill tournament where the pros are going to farm the $20,000 and you don't have a chance. No, it's not like that. It's worth checking out. You get to just play the game like you normally do, and you do it on Repeat, and you walk away with a bit more than just playing ranked normally.
Well, speaking of playing normally, we're not going to do that. We're going to play our bounties game, and our first team. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next match. And our first team, it will be AJ and Kool-Aid. These guys we just saw in the previous game. This will be match number. Good things from AJ and Kool-Aid last game.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before. If you guys missed it, just tuned in. AJ and Kool-Aid gave an exhibition on how to play this game mode if demos weren't $300. But, if you're playing as good as they are without the demos, there's really no need to change the strategy at all. We'll see if they do that. I still think that the absolute peak performance matchup or game plan might include a couple more demos, but it's a little bit more exciting, a little bit more fun to play the more standard game with your pro anyways. So probably a good time for Kool-Aid.
Good time. They made a lot of money last time. We'll see if they make a lot of money this time. Their opponents, team number 2, I believe we're getting a debut. Magic Bear and Swab. It's their first time on the pitch. Swab, of course, came from chat, one of our newest amateurs on the field, and huge opportunity here.
Playing that they're going to be chain demoing AJ. Chain demoing AJ, this is their opportunity. It's a lot of talk. Even if you just get a couple demos, I would say you paid up on that talk and you come up with a lot of money. But, maybe Swab, maybe Magic, but this might be one of our more, talented Rocket League teams. I'm not really sure. We haven't seen Swab yet. We know Magic Bear is solid, but Swab came from my chat, so obviously going to be very good. So I think we could be in store for maybe one of the best Carry Tax Invitational matches we've had yet.
We could. Remember, we have all skill levels here, including pro, all the way down to, of course, the lowest of lows. And I think in every case, people have been able to walk away. Well, I know in every case, people have been able to walk away with money. And that's what makes this competition so great, is it's not really about winning or losing. It's about, kind of accomplishing and chasing down those bounties. And really all skill levels are able to do that. So without further ado, it's the 5th match of the night. Team AJ and Kool-Aid against Team Magic Bear. Magic Bear and Swab. Let's see how it goes in. Some demos right off the rip.
Yeah, we loved it. Both the amateurs. Oh, it's another big goal. Kool-Aid!
Wow.
Is that one of the fastest 3 seconds off the clock? And he has 450. He completely ignored the kickoff, went straight for the demo, and then AJ taps it upfield. Kool-Aid redirects it into the top left. I mean, they continue their run of terror.
I don't think for the rest of Kool-Aid's life he's going to make $450 in 3 seconds. So, don't get used to it, but you love to see it.
AJ has Kool-Aid upfield, and Kool-Aid has been finishing these. Ooh, an attempted save. That would have been $30.
Oh my gosh. It's been 10 seconds, man. He's got $600 in 10 seconds. This is insane.
That's just a great shot too. Swab looked like, I mean, Swab made a great effort on defense. You know, that was no poor defense. It's just a really good shot, and that's what Team AJ's been doing.
This has got to be the highest total money in the fastest time we've seen at a Carry Tax Invitational. Here they come again. Can he get a piece of it? It's a save coming out from Magic Bear. AJ and Kool-Aid are looking like they can't be stopped right now. This is another dangerous ball. Kool-Aid isn't there, and he'll have to play some defense.
Yeah, a lot of times it's really important to take a note of whether or not the pro has been beat. You know, when the pro has been beat, that's when a great scoring opportunity is going to happen. And on that one, Magic Bear was still in net. Always tough to beat those pros. But talking about the pros, Swab is going to be the first to contest this one. This entire game has been over here on the orange half. But I like this cheat up. Magic Bear allowed it up to Swab. Had AJ to beat, though. I talk about when those pros are last back, it can be tough to get the goals.
Here comes Kool-Aid. Oh my gosh, the delayed flick, and it's a huge save coming out from Magic Bear. A shame that Magic Bear made that save. That was one heck of a shot as Swab's denied on the goal line from AJ. A lot of defensive work here from our pros. Magic Bear getting
Nice
the demo. Gotta
That's
be a tap
free.
in.
You love it. Great work. I mean, Swab has taken a couple great shots. I felt bad because he's got AJ in net, and AJ has the saves. But Magic Bear says, oh, AJ's saving your shot? Don't worry. I got that covered. I'll take him out. I'll get $50 myself for a pro-on-pro demo, and I'll let a nice roll-in be easy for a tap and a goal for Team Magic Bear.
Check it out. AJ got the M80 decal. Magic Bear got the Luminosity one. Kool-Aid does not care about decals. He cares about money. And he got another $150.
We talk a lot about the demo game plans, and when the amateurs are up front, it seems like the strategy is to go for demos, which we saw them do to start. But when the pros are there, you know, maybe just cheat up, see if you can get a quick chip shot. And I mean, Team AJ just doing everything right, $750, and not even close to halfway through.
Yeah. I mean, incredible. It might break 1,000 before halftime, the rate they're going. If you're AJ, you got to be feeling good about yourself. I mean, you've really been setting up your teammate for success. And, of course, Kool-Aid's been great in his own right. So, just over 3 minutes left. And maybe an opportunity here for Team Magic. Oh! The pitch through from Swab. What was that?
It was the best amateur goal we've ever seen in the Carry Tax Invitational. I was moments away from criticizing Swab for being in the corner. You know how I don't like that, how I think the amateur should be out midfield. But if you're going to do that, then it doesn't matter. And you know what? There better be no tax for Magic Bear on that one. That should be all Swabs. I want to see Magic Bear give his little tax back because that was an insane shot from Swab.
$300 for Swab so far. AJ lets this one go all the way back. Magic Bear's beat. Kool-Aid has an opportunity, and Swab will deny. Kool-Aid doesn't have enough boost. Can he get back down to it? Tries to pitch it through. Is it going to trickle on in? It will. Kool-Aid doing the work. 4 goals to his name, and he's almost up to 1,000.
When you play ranked sometimes, your teammates can get mad at you for stealing goals. Here, AJ... he's practiced, you know, he doesn't like stealing his buddy's goals. Definitely in a regular game, you dive and you dunk just in case that rolls out, but AJ hits the brakes and continues to be the perfect teammate for Kool-Aid. This kickoff is to the back wall. AJ gonna get a save. Oh, the redirection. Kool-Aid's going for all the marbles. Swab, you know, we seen the talent there if Magic Bear can get them set up, but the problem is AJ and Kool-Aid, they're just such a strong duo.
Halftime upon us. AJ and Kool-Aid did not break. Almost did. 930 right at the last second, but Magic Bear is going to put away a banger of a goal. Unfortunately, it really doesn't count for anything.
But Swab got a demo. A Swab on his eligible bump. He eligible bumped AJ and demoed
he did.
it. So he got $300 for that. That's better than a goal.
Didn't even see that from Swab. So $600 now. Trying to creep back up, trying to catch up to Kool-Aid's numbers. And I would say, Fear, at this point, it's a successful game for both players. I think once you get over that $500 mark, that's a really, really good game in this competition.
Oh, for sure. And not to mention, I mean, Swab's going to feel good about hitting that clip. I'm sure that felt like more than a $150 goal. Oh, Magic Bear. He was in a dangerous situation. Pro-on-pro demo. He back passes to Swab. Wait, that's a front pass. I got mixed up there. Yeah, that's a freebie. And a goal for Swab.
A lot of tight games here today. I mean, we've had a couple blowouts as well, but another tied up 4-4, 5-5 tonight. $800 for Swab. He's catching up to Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid had one heck of a start here. Got $600 in the first 11 seconds of this game. But Swab has been chugging away, and he's at 800.
Oh, Swab's on the side wall, and that's a danger. We know that that's a danger. A little
reset?
Ooh, it's such a bummer that assists also
there?
don't give you money, because that was a great assist. Magic Bear has no incentive though to really try and score it.
That's
as they farm out an epic save.
Yeah, that epic save will put Kool-Aid over $1,000. As Swab almost had 2 highlight reel goals with the flip reset, and a minute and a half left.
AJ no double, huge clear. Kool-Aid, oh, got mixed up. That's just gonna be a goal. Oh no, Kool-Aid last second save, and it's gonna be an epic save at that. So 75. Magic Bear maybe just tries to get a 50 with AJ, but there's an out. Swab interception again from the corner. I want to criticize him and say he shouldn't be there, but he's gonna show some magic.
Oh.
Reset the back wall. Oh, it would have been a great pass, but AJ clears it away.
At this point, he should be there. He should be there with the way he's playing. I like the setups. I like the flip resets. And another one towards the net. This time AJ turns it away. And less than a minute to go. Swab has the opportunity here. He can't get back to it. And Kool-Aid will get the clear.
Demo up to, yeah, you can see Swab. You could tell AJ was going to be dribbling. Tried to connect with him on the recovery. AJ chasing Magic Bear down. That maybe could have led for an opportunity for Swab to score. Kool-Aid going to put one on target. It's free for Magic. Is Swab around? Oh, looks like a demo. Wait, that's a demo? Wait, it's a demo on AJ. I thought it was going to be an AJ on Swab demo, but it's actually a Swab picking up a demo off screen for $300.
Okay.
He's in the lead now, cash-wise.
Yeah, just by $20 and 15 seconds left. Another demo comes out.
Demo!
He's chasing him out. He's eating him up.
Swab, leave the ball. Or actually, you know what? You're going to pop up.
Go for it.
Just play on the ball.
Oh! Get in. What?
Oh.
Wow, and it'll end. No overtime here, but $1,400 for Swab. A couple demos really gave him the bump he needed to get pushed into one of the highest earnings that we've seen at a Carry Tax Invitational, $1,400. And hey, you weren't lying. You know, he said he was going to chain demo AJ. He got close. It was 2 back-to-back demos.
I mean, Swab was about to pop off. I wanted him to go for, 1,700, which is around the record I think we've had on Carry Tax Invitational for that last goal. But I mean, dude, he was inches away from a couple nasty clips with pro defenders in net. I mean, Swab came ready to play today.
He got robbed on that last one, that's for sure. There was an opportunity to have, 3. He had 3 opportunities to have a highlight reel. He got one of them. One of them did go through. But for Swab, great individual skill that we saw come out from him here, and he earned that $1,400.
And the good news for us fans watching is that was Swab's first round. Everybody gets 2 rounds. We have one more round to go in a best of 1, so we're going to see Swab again, maybe some more juicy plays from who is basically, almost another pro.
And by the way, Repeat has plenty of tournaments online where you can qualify for the next Carry Tax Invitational. That's where we got our 4 initial amateurs here tonight, was through the Repeat platform. If you want to sign up and have your chance to earn some money in their tournaments and, of course, qualify for a Carry Tax Invitational, hit that link, or rather type in that link below, rpt.gg/CTI. You can do that today, get signed up, and hopefully we'll see you on this stream eventually.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a no-brainer. It's just a no-brainer. There's no cost. Like I said, the tournament's easy to play. It's worth checking out. If you thought this event so far today has been fun, I mean, it's all courtesy of Repeat. So the least we can do, give them a check out on their platform. And it's a fun time, so you won't regret it.
All right, 5 matches in. We've got one more best of 1, and then we have our 3v3 pro match best of 5 coming up right after that. So we're going to go to a quick break, get set up for our last match of the night. We'll see you on the other side.
I'm just gonna bum rush him again.
Yeah. Oh, it's in? Nice, good job. I can try to do every kickoff, just kill it.
All right, cool.
the penultimate match of the night, match number 6. It's, well, technically the last best of one, but not the last series that you'll see of the night. I'm Corelli, that's Fear. We've had a fantastic time here on the Carry Tax Invitational, and we've seen a lot of money go out the door in the last couple of games. I think it's been slowly ramping up as we've gone out through the last, as we've gone throughout the night. And one more game on the docket here, Fear.
Yeah, we saw Kool-Aid come in as one of our amateurs we picked up, and he was maybe one of the more talented amateurs we've seen. And then Swab went and popped off and showed, we got some serious. I said he was from my chat, and listen, I told you my chat would be insane, and it looks like Swab was. So we have another chance for Swab to play, and we're gonna bring back some players who played previously. So one more opportunity, and then there's still a ton to be made with that show match with all the pros in it. A little bit more of the Rocket League you guys are used to coming up later.
Yeah, as we mentioned earlier before the break, we have this last best of one matchup between our last two teams, and then of course we have our pro 3v3 show match. That's a best of 5, and that's a $6,000 prize pool. The winnings of that will go to the 3 pro players, and it'll be split with their amateurs. So if you're an amateur, you're really hoping that your pro players win that show match, because they'll also get some money from that as well. But we have our last match, match number 6. Let's go ahead and meet our second to last team that we'll see on the night. It will be Team Cheese. So I believe Team Cheese played the second match of the night. They've been sitting here, Cheese and Momo, and they've had a lot of time to think about what's been going on the night. Let's see what they bring in match number 6.
It's tough. You don't necessarily get to pick who you play against, and you don't end up playing against everybody. It may be tough playing against Swab and his squad, but we have seen mismatched rounds before, and the teams have always been able to find ways to get cash. So that's what Cheese need to do. You need to go back through the VODs, look at some of those matches previously. You could still come away with some serious prize.
Still an opportunity. You got another match. Why not? Take full advantage. We'll see how Cheese and Momo do in their last match. We have another team on the other side. It is Team Magic Bear and Swab. Or I should say Magic Bear and Swab. Swab, I got to say, he looked pretty good in that previous game. I'm very confident in what Swab can do going into the last match.
Yeah, I think Swab has scored, the best clip we've probably seen in these Carry Tax Invitationals, because, the pros are never looking to clip themselves. They're not trying to make goals happen. They're trying to maybe have huge setups, but then intentionally not finish them. That's not a worry for Swab. So he got a ground pinch and popped off, and he'd like to get a couple more. He was just inches away from a couple more. So it could be the Swab show coming up next. Hopefully Team Cheese know what they're in for.
Yeah, I think Team Cheese, like I said, had a lot of opportunity to kind of think about what went right, what went wrong in their first match, in match number 2, and got to see what everyone else was doing as well. I think, again, as we always say, Fear, the demo meta always prevails in a game like this, in these bounties, this bounty-based Rocket League, and you're seeing teams are able to rack up the money very quickly. So it is Team Cheese and Team Magic Bear in match number 6 tonight. Let's get into it.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of money be made, even without goals. I think we had at least one round where the team actually scored no goals, or at least the amateur scored no goals, and I think they maybe still came away with like $400 or $600. So you don't necessarily have to be scoring goals if that's not going to work for your team, but it definitely works for Team Magic Bear.
We'll see if this one actually got up and over. Cheese, it did. Swab just says, thank you very much. We'll take the $150, and we'll start off on the right foot.
Swab's got everybody on Team Cheese to beat. Team Cheese, a close shadow. Maybe he's thinking, I'll force this shot high, see if Momo could get a save, but Momo's not there. Now the ball, if it was saved, on the blue half anyway, so really not the end of the world if you're Team Cheese. Maybe go to another kickoff. We saw the last game, the kickoff strategies were farmed, and it almost seems like it's easier to do when the pros are matched up with pros. In this game, as Swab almost scores again, it looks like it is a mismatch. Pros and amateurs are lined up together for the kickoff.
Swab got Cheese, so 450 in the first 30 seconds as Magic Bear is running for his life. Momo was trying to get a piece of Cheese, trying to take out Magic Bear. Here comes Momo, has an opportunity, wide open net, got it, $150.
Absolutely perfect setup. Swab, lost on the other half. Magic Bear was trying to be careful, not getting himself taken off the map, and it doesn't get easier than that in terms of setups. So Team Cheese handling the adversity well. It's only a demo that separates them, but as far as goals, both these guys being able to figure it out for their amateurs.
So Momo able to get on the board, and that's huge. As he and Cheese get tangled up, this could be a disaster. Here comes Swab. He's been a sharpshooter, plays it low. It's not going to get through Cheese. See if Cheese can set up Momo. I think he's chasing for demo as everyone's backing off the ball. We're not playing the ball there for a moment. Now it's banged up the field. As Cheese clears it off his own back wall, Magic Bear throwing Momo out of the way. And none of the amateurs really getting involved in the way you would have liked as a pro demo comes out.
Yeah, everything got a little bit mixed up once both amateurs. Oh, yeah, that's free. That's free for a guy like Swab. You kidding me? But a moment there previously, everybody recognized they wanted demos, and then just the madness that ensues. Nobody really knows what to do. The pros are left with the ball. They don't know how to score. But I tell you what, Swab doesn't know how to score when he gets an opportunity like that. Magic puts it off the back wall. And they're up to 650. Just, not even quite, fully 2 minutes down.
See if Cheese and Momo can get going. $150 ain't too shabby, but lots of time to get a bit more cash. Just a minute and a half in to their final game of the night. Remember, best of one here. We don't go to overtime. If the game is tied, it just ends at the end of regulation. Here's Swab trying to cut his way through. Cheese pokes it free. And maybe Cheese has an opportunity here, looking for his teammate. As I think Momo was actually, yeah, he wants the demo. He's just chasing Magic Bear all the way back.
Not a bad idea. That might have been one of their better scoring opportunities, though. There's a pro-on-pro demo as Momo on the back wall, over the top of this one, but is out ahead of the play. That's not the worst place to be. Actually would have liked Momo to cheat up there. Cheese maybe get an outplay, and then it's just Momo left. But
he got it again.
Swab's doing it by himself. Swab is definitely leading the Carry Tax Invitationals we've ever run with solo goals with no help from the pro.
And Momo trying to get the demo, which is fine, but you don't really get much out of that, right? You don't get money for demoing an amateur, and you don't get possession either to score a goal to make money. So it's really not worth his time. You might as well just take the challenge or just go and chase Magic Bear and forget about the play.
Swab is going to ball Cheese. I have a feeling he could.
Oh, no.
Cheese is ready. Cheese is back. He is available to make a save. There's nothing weird about this format that changes the shot. This is just Swab outplaying Cheese.
Oh, Cheese.
For some cash.
You can't let him do that. $1,000 and what a way for Swab to get a grand. Styling on Cheese. 4-1 is the score line, but it's $1,000 in Swab's pocket. And maybe a clip to cherish as he and Momo get tied up.
Magic Bear actually got that bouncing out in front of the net, but I think Swab was demoed. It's a huge bounce off the back wall. Can he beat Momo to it? No, he had respawned all the way in the back corner. There's a pro-on-pro demo. Magic Bear is just trying to get really physical. It's as if nobody's on the map. Nobody can stop you, Swab.
Oh.
That was a tough read. Swab doesn't get it. Can he actually redirect this one? He's going to flip away. Trust that Momo has a save, but that is an epic save for Momo, so a little bit more cash in his pocket.
Yeah, worth it for the $75. Still just under 2 minutes left to play. Lots of time for Momo to get back in. There's a decent touch by Cheese. Demo comes out from Swab. He got him. $13.50. Here comes Momo trying to get some cash. He's denied as Cheese. Well, he can't get through Swab. He just seems to be like another pro on the field right now. He's got an opportunity. Can he take this shot? He can. Cheese is there.
Cheese finally able to save a Swab shot. Swab was talking so much crap about AJ, but had he been talking about Cheese, he definitely would have been backing it up. He's got demos on him.
Oh,
He's got outplays. That's a demo right there. Momo's been trying to chase him down, finally connects, and all of a sudden, you know, a round that maybe isn't looking so great, one demo, and all of a sudden it's awesome.
Swab trying to clip on Cheese. Magic Bear trying to keep it dangerous. This one bouncing in the box. Here comes Swab. He gets the demo.
Demo's even better.
The demo's better than the goal. And now maybe he can get the goal himself. He's got to go through Cheese again. Momo's trying to hang on. $16.50 is how much money Swab's getting from this game alone.
It's so funny. Normally in Rocket League, when the defender gets the ball around you, you're so disappointed when you only get the demo. But in this case, it's way better. It's way better. And we could have a record setter. If he gets a demo, it's guaranteed a record.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure exactly what the record was before. A couple more goals might do it too. He wants into the ground pinch. But with 30 seconds, I'm going to be watching Swab and I'm going to be watching Cheese. He's just going to keep throwing shots on. Where's everybody else on the map?
They're just kind of watching him play. But you're right. We have not seen, I know for a fact, we haven't seen anyone get 1,000 as a little musty comes out from Swab, $1,800. As it looks like Momo also got a pro demo, so he's up to $825.
Did he get that after the goal explosion? First off, that's a pop-off from Swab. Cheese was there, just beat him outright. But I think, there's a brief moment after a goal is scored in which you can get a demo, and I think that's maybe when Momo got the demo, which is a huge time to make money. 13 seconds. Could this be a record breaker? It might already. I don't know for sure.
It's definitely
the most
close.
that's ever been made in the game, but it's definitely up there. If he gets even 100 more, I don't think we've seen 1900. I know we haven't seen 2000 either.
Yeah, I know we haven't seen 2000. As Momo tried to get a demo, Cheese is taken out, and that's definitely a record from Swab. $2,100 in a single game of Rocket League.
Oh my goodness, Swab. We got people in the chat saying that Fear needs to host a Cheese versus Swab show match. We just need a 1v1. Oh my goodness, what a round. The best round we've ever seen in the Carry Tax Invitational. It comes at the last best of one.
Wow.
The last Pro-Am match. I mean, it couldn't be scripted better.
Absolutely incredible. 2,100, right? Someone write that down. That is the new record in the Carry Tax Invitational in a single game. $2,100. Heck, if he never played another game and didn't get any money from the show match, $2,100 for a single game of Rocket League, I'm taking that. What a night.
You can earnings check a lot of pro players. You can earnings check a lot of players right on the precipice of pro and be like, hey, come on. And not only that, but he can also show his clips. Like, listen, I get you're pretty good, but look at me styling on Cheese. I think, maybe I'm a little step above. But, man, what a run for Swab.
Yeah, great run from Swab. And that will conclude at least the best of ones that we have tonight with the 2v2. We will be moving into our show match. But Fear, before we jump into the show match and before we get into our break, I have to tell you about Repeat, because it is an online tournament platform where you can qualify for the next Carry Tax Invitational. If you've liked what you've seen here today and you're saying, hey, how can I get here without actually just entering through the chat? Well, you can do it. If you go to rpt.gg/CTI, you can head over to that website, sign up, compete in some of their tournaments, and maybe, just maybe, have the opportunity to qualify for the next Carry Tax Invitational.
Yeah, I mean, if you've been watching the past couple rounds or even the whole event, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer to go out there and sign up and maybe be part of the next event. It's been such a great time. All of them have been so fun, but maybe this last game was maybe the most special. Check out Repeat. It's them that have been running all these matches and these tournaments for us, and we love to do them. Least we could do, check out Repeat.
Definitely want to check it out. And by the way, we're going to go to a quick break, but you don't want to go anywhere because I want you to check out this 3v3 pro show match. We're going to take all of our pros that we had here tonight, slam it into a 3v3, make it a best of 5, see who comes out on top, and hey, why not throw a $6,000 prize pool on top of it? Sounds like a lot of fun. We'll stay here after the break, and we'll show you that soon.
I bumped one.
Good try.
I'm demoing Cheese. Demo one. Let's go.
Nice. No
Back one. Nice. That's textbook.
is defined by moments.
It is intense.
The joy of victory and the thrill of overcoming challenges. Welcome to our home of competitive gaming, where we can all experience exciting esports moments.
The final 1v1 of the game here.
And celebrate the pros and the rising stars.
I do want to see a female in the NCS.
Bringing you guides and deep dives.
Horizon can go up, but she can't go up fast.
And tournaments where the community competes.
Wait! Did he go? No way!
Whether you're in a heated match,
Back, let's go!
or watching along at the edge of your seat.
A duo taking down a trio!
Let's create moments from the games you love.
He'll take it!
Join us and subscribe to our channel to follow everything esports on PlayStation.
Enlist in the galaxy's elite fighting force. Work together to protect your future. Join the Helldivers, the galaxy's last line of offense.
Welcome back to the Mizu Carry Tax Invitational. We have gotten through all of our best of one series for the night, our 2v2s. We've seen a lot of money walk out the door. We've seen a lot of amateurs. Well, we didn't get to see their faces, but I'm sure they're smiling after those games of Rocket League. And now it's time to get to our show match. Corelli here to host you through the rest of the night alongside Mr. Fear, who's been my lovely co-host with me. Fear, looking at our show match, we'll get into it in just a second, but, you know, looking at the show match, what do you make of the possibility of a $6,000 prize pool in front of you?
Yeah, it's a huge match. I mean, you talk about times to get these pros playing. Previously, you know, it was super exciting to see pros competing because that had been gone for a long time. Recently, you know, the big pro league for Rocket League has come back up. But still, it's nice to see the mixed up teams in an actual environment that people are going to be full on sweating. You know, it's a $6,000 prize pool. It's no joke. So these guys definitely going to be giving it their all. Maybe, you know, since it is the Mizu Carry Tax Invitational, maybe you'll be excited about seeing Mizu alongside a couple of these other pros. It's an opportunity to just get something new and put some serious stakes on it.
Well, something that you probably didn't know is that Repeat awards over $20,000 in Rocket League prizing. If you want to get involved, if you sign up, have your opportunity to get a chunk of that pie, or maybe all of it, I don't know. Type in !Repeat in the chat. Daily, weekly, and monthly leaderboards there you can see. Opportunities to make some money and opportunities to compete in Rocket League. And it's a lot of fun. Lots of money every single month.
Yeah, you don't need to be pro level. You know, we're seeing this pro-ams. This is for everybody. You can just play Rocket League like you always do and a chance to win some prizes. And then if you haven't, if you feel like you see those numbers sometimes I see those numbers and I'm like, is that for real? Well, if you're thinking that, then you haven't been watching the event.
Yeah.
Because if you've been watching the event today, then you know it's for real. You know it's for real, and they're really giving away those prizes. So definitely worth a check out. !Repeat in the chat to do so.
Yeah, we've personally got to be able to talk to some of the people that the amateurs that have made some money off of this. It is for some of them, I mean, they're really young, you know, the opportunity. So it's pretty cool, kind of life-changing money when you're young to, you know, earn a couple thousand, maybe even $3,000 or $4,000. So it's definitely real, and you should definitely check it out. But as you do that, keep this tab open because now it's time to check out our show match of the night, Fear. So let's go ahead and take a look at our first team of the night. It's Team Cheese Nation. There they are. Okay, that's all three of them. Mizu, Cheese, and Reynolds. That is Team Cheese Nation. And the man of the night, Mizu, teaming up with the Luminosity boys.
Yeah, we have the whole Luminosity squad here, but you know, instead of giving us another look at the Luminosity team, instead they're mixing it up. Love to see it. Throw Mizu in there, see if he can do his best Magic Bear impression. I half expect when we go to the other team that we're going to see Swab on there, but something tells me maybe it will be the other players. Swab, it does seem like he's proven his ability. But, we talked about this before. Oftentimes, almost every time we've done this, we've had at least 2 team members who play together, frequently. And that's definitely a dynamic that's important in these matches. So that might just be, the winning factor for that team Mizu.
Well, we have the entire Luminosity roster here tonight. So let's go ahead. You could probably use your deduction skills and figure out who's on the other team, as Magic Bear will be rounding out this roster. Magic Bear, Arsenal, and AJ, Team RC Babies, on the other side of this. Now, of course, Mizu is a great player in his own right, but he's not a pro player. This one features all 3 pro players here tonight, and I feel like just by namesake, a lot of people are going to be putting their money on this one.
Yeah, well, the good news for Mizu's squad is that they're not having to play against Swab. It is going to just be Magic Bear, Arsenal, and AJ. So it could be worse for them. It's just the pros and not the guy who's been clipping on everybody all night. But yeah, you have to think that the squad that is more mainstays in RLCS maybe have the favor. But like we talked about before, 2 of the same teammates over on Mizu's team, and Mizu's no snub. He's maybe not regularly in the RLCS, but he's a very high-level Rocket League player. So you pair him up with some guys who definitely know what they're doing, not only just in the game, but also with each other, and maybe they can take down the best of 5.
Now, let's be clear here. This is going to be a normal game of Rocket League. It's a normal best of 5. There's no bounties or anything like that. You should score if you want to win, because that's the point here in this best of 5 is normal Rocket League, just as you know it. No more bounties in this. And again, $6,000 prize pool. The winning pro players will split their winnings with their amateurs. So the amateurs are on the sideline right now. They're just 6 cheerleaders cheering on their pro players. They want their pro players to win, not only for the glory, but of course they get a bit of that cash as well. So normal Rocket League from here on out.
Yeah, and in another normal fashion, a lot of competitive games, they don't do best of 1. The best of 1's very exciting, and I don't think Repeat could possibly afford more than best of 1s for those matches in those cash games. But it is best of 5. It's best of 5 for this show match, so first to 3, and they're going to have the biggest cheerleaders ever in their corners.
Yeah, it's been a long road here, and we've done multiple Carry Tax Invitationals. I think, if I remember correctly, most of our show matches have been pretty one-sided. So I'm curious if this one is going to be any different. I don't see why it wouldn't. I don't see why it would. But I feel like, again, you do have 3 pro players going up against 2 pro players and Mizu, who, again, fantastic player, but maybe not pro like the rest of these guys. So we'll see how he kind of mixes in. And I think they're going to do just fine, especially since you got Cheese on your team. He's very defensive. He's going to be able to hold down the fort there. But you got MB on the other side too, and Arsenal, who, as I've been saying, probably playing some of his best Rocket League right now. It's going to be one heck of a series. It's a best of 5. It's Team Cheese Nation and Team RC Baby, our pro match of the night, our 3v3 match of the night. Let's get into it.
Another thing to watch as we're watching this, I'm pretty sure Swab, who set records in the earlier best of 1 cash rounds, has Magic Bear as his pro. So if Magic Bear was able to win this show match, then he's easily setting records, not just for single games, but probably for all of the Carry Tax Invitationals. Because usually we see whichever team has the pro team that won, all of them are in the top of the rankings when it comes to cash for the whole event.
What a flick for Team RC Babies. Again, normal Rocket League, so everyone's shooting for that net. Everyone's trying to rack up the goals for that prize pool. Arsenal getting bopped around and still spinning, able to make the touch. Now Magic Bear looking for the double tap and stopped by Cheese, who's on his way to try and clear it out.
AJ's got nothing left over as he tried to make some magic happen. He is one of the premier dashers in the league, though, as Rles gets taken to the ceiling. He's got no boost left, but he makes a lot left to do with that. As Cheese, did he just miss a potential save, or was he on offense there?
Nope, he missed. Mizu went for the challenge, and I think he took off a little weird and then bent back too far. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Just couldn't get the ball. And Team RC Babies gonna go up 1-0.
Little kickoff strategy, just because it's no longer the cash games doesn't mean you can't lose the kickoff to that cheater or a quick goal, but it's not going to immediately convert. Rles is doing his thing upfield. Magic Bear actually got a demo back on Cheese Nation's side, but it doesn't really matter because Cheese did such a good job of delaying that play. AJ to the
my.
ground underneath Mizu, and RC Baby's going to make it 2-0.
That was clean from AJ, and he did it all himself here too. He got went around the demo, brought this one down right under Mizu. I mean, not bad positioning from Mizu. A little awkward, but not horrible. He's right in the face of AJ, but AJ's smart enough to find the left side and bring that one down. RC Babies up 2-0, but maybe a kickoff goal it's saved, and AJ looking for a way out.
Not a ton of offense yet for Cheese Nation. It has been super heavy demo play from really everyone involved. We saw Rles chasing him down, but actually RC Babies have connected with more. Mizu didn't get demoed on that last play as 2 defenders were forced up to stop Magic Bear.
Oh my!
He did get taken out. AJ, what a read. He's up so quick off the backboard, and he's putting his squad up 3.
Oh, AJ's gaming. I mean, it's a fine touch from Cheese to at least get around the first goal, but AJ slots it in top left, and it is 3-0 RC Babies.
I mean, they couldn't have asked for a better start. Lots of cushion here as Cheese Nation try and figure out their way to get through. They've so far had Mizu take a couple different shots, one off a kickoff, one right there, just barely off target. Those have been their best opportunities. Cheese can't get back to this triple as he lets it fall down. Rles, maybe an opportunity to score himself off the ceiling, but no, Magic Bear puts it into the corner, and it's going to be RC Babies back the other way.
AJ again. Another shot comes out, saved this time by Cheese Nation. Cheese Nation trying to turn up here. Magic Bear, last man back, flick towards the net, denied. Here comes Cheese, shot, left side, slotted, and Team Cheese Nation finally on the board.
Great setup from Rles, has just Magic Bear left, and even though Magic Bear gets a touch, it's not a solid enough one. Arsenal recovers to the net late. What he does is he exposes that space behind him, so hard to stop and reverse back. Great placement from Cheese. It's called Cheese Nation apparently for a reason, and he's got his team on the board.
Great bump from Cheese. He got bumped initially and then used that momentum to bump the man in front. Rles didn't have anyone on the far side. Mizu was waiting in the mid. Coming up on halftime, expect past halftime. Magic Bear comes out, trying to take this one himself, denied by Cheese. You're going to hear that a lot on Cheese Nation. Cheese so defensive. Does a great job of coming up in those clutch situations. As now he's on the attack, but it's Magic Bear. Here comes RC Babies, trying to go on the attack. Arsenal can't get up to this. Here comes AJ Dangerous, looking for the double tap, and it gets away from him. And Team Cheese Nation looking for a way out. Here comes Rles, flip reset towards the net. Another touch will do, but it's turned away by Arsenal.
The counterattack, that was a great opportunity. Mizu's going to try and bounce this back to Cheese. Nobody from RC Babies around. She's easily able to tap over the top. We saw Rles and Cheese combine last time they scored as Rles, oh, that was almost a pogo shot accidentally from whoever came back and bumped on RC Babies. Almost gave them a goal. This shot top right, Rles forced to make that save as Mizu going to be able to clear this ball away from Magic Bear. Rles has made a lot happen as the lead man when he's in control of the play. He rolls this one into the corner. AJ able to get it around him, reset over the top. Arsenal is kind of just awkward, but AJ is going to do it all by himself.
Oh, and I can't blame Cheese too much. It was so chaotic. There was team bumps, flip resets, the ball, a lot of misdirection here. Cheese just didn't know when to go, and I don't know if that was drawn up by RC Babies, but it really threw Cheese for a loop.
Yeah, I mean, you expect Arsenal, who very clearly wants to be involved in the play, to do something, if not just bounce the ball away from AJ's control, but he really did almost nothing except play a distraction. AJ's to the ceiling, but he can't get back down in time. Nice pop by Rles as AJ recovers back. It should be RC Baby still in control, though. RC himself making some big outplays before Mizu has to clear it away, and he's left it off for Rles, who's slightly over the ball. So he'll take it to the ground. He just beat 2. Cheese a demo, 1 to beat in net. Rles is one of the best bumpers in the game, and a slot from Cheese into the bottom right gets them a second goal.
And in fact, Cheese kind of messed this one up. He let that ball drop down in front of him. He really wanted to carry it, but enough time bought from Rles. Magic Bear trying to come down from the ceiling, or at least the crossbar, and make the save, but Cheese smart enough to slot it. 55 seconds left on the clock, and Cheese Nation cuts the lead in half, trying to get back into this game.
Probably going to need something quick off this kickoff sequence. Not a lot of time left. It wasn't a bad setup. Saw a demo from Cheese Nation to make it a 3v2 for a moment, but no shot attempts. Each passing second, they're running out of time to get to. Rles, a great double. He has made so many opportunities for his squad. This time he could finish. Crossbar down and out. That one was probably going to be the match, or not the match, but the game for Cheese Nation. If they had that, they're still in it. But with that missing, it'll probably be RC Babies in game 1.
Yeah, you're really looking to score with time left on the clock in this situation. You can't hit the crossbar. And with 15 seconds left, RC Babies happy to hang on here. Tough bounce for Cheese, and here comes RC Babies. This is a tough read. It comes back out to the top of the box. Shot on target. Magic Bear will put away the 5th, and that's the dagger here in game 1.
So far, the match going how we would have thought. We expected the full pro squad to maybe come out playing a little bit hotter, but I think Mizu started to get involved, started to make some good plays and get his team going. I mean, if we look back past what I think was a 3-0 start for RC Babies to start this match, they might even get a quick kickoff goal. You know, since then, it's been equal. It's been 2-2. Oh, wait. Never mind, 0-second goal. I mean, it's kind of in garbage time. But since that beginning 3-goal run, it's been 3-2 now for Cheese Nation. And if Cheese continues to hit shots like that when he's not in garbage time, I think his squad may have a chance.
Yeah, Cheese Nation, I think, need a little bit of time to boot up and acclimate against RC Babies. That 1-0 on the screen. It is a best of 5, so first to 3. Team RC Babies taking down the first game.
Magic Bear, Arsenal, AJ. Quite the squad. We see these guys mixing up often, and then maybe not even just necessarily mixing up in 6 minutes. I think pretty much a ton of these players have played in serious capacity together, so it's not like there's going to be any lack of gelling, any lack of chemistry. Yeah. It's going to be the Cheese Nation squad that has the chemistry from the duo, but they're starting to get Mizu a little bit more involved.
Yes, the pro players certainly know what they're getting into here. They've played against these guys for a long time. Team Cheese Nation falling short in game number 1. Team RC Babies looking quite good. AJ with a 749 score. You really can't complain when you get that type of output out of AJ. You let that man fly, good things happen.
Yeah, and over on the Team Cheese Nation, I mean, I don't know how they predicted that, but Cheese with all 3 goals for his squad. Rles did a lot of work, though, for a lot of them. I'm not sure if he got credited with an assist for the one where he took Magic Bear out of the net. That was definitely a big credit to him for that goal. But Cheese Nation, you said he was going to be defensive. Apparently, he's going to be striking as well. They're going to go to a kickoff play to start this match. I like the mix-up, and they've got the ball in the orange half to start the game.
So let's see if Team Cheese Nation can answer back. Cheese rocking that brand new Luminosity decal. So he's looking for a way. Give this one over to Mizu. Mizu blasts it downfield. Team Cheese Nation posturing quite nicely here early, but can't hold on to possession. Now RC Babies, you really got to shut them down quick. There's a lot of mechanics on RC Babies' side, and they showed that in game number 1.
Cheese waiting on this back wall. Mizu able to get a couple touches in a row. Rles going to miss, though, so it's a passing play with Cheese to beat. But Cheese, great interception on the pass. Instead of waiting to try and make a save on the shot, he cut it off before it could happen. There's a demo. I almost got excited because I saw a pro get demoed, but there's going to be no cash. Wait, it was almost a save from Magic Bear for his squad, but instead it's a goal steal as his team goes up 1.
Cheese is T-boning Mizu at the front post, and he's just wiggling him back into the goal line. Mizu jumped a little too late, realized that was the only way out of there, but could not do it fast enough, and RC Babies able to strike first once again.
Cheese getting dunked here. He's going to force up into the air, or get forced up into the air to clear this out a dangerous way. AJ quick back in front of the net. Everybody from Cheese Nation there to stop it, though. Mizu, this is a great win. Can he follow it up? Can't quite get back up for a second touch, which is what was going to be needed. Instead, it's a counterattack, and AJ in the air. Nothing scarier. He does drop it down. That net is open, though, and Arsenal will make it 2.
Team RC Babies doubling up their score, and it's all Arsenal here, just dribbling this one all the way to the back wall. No one's home, and Arsenal will put it away. And so for RC Babies, I mean, this is the start that we expected, that we saw in game 1. You're getting it again in game 2.
Yeah, we have the momentum and how the latter half of game 1, was won by Cheese Nation, but unfortunately that momentum is instantly squandered here at the start of game number 2. Cheese out of the back corner, getting pre-jumped by Magic Bear. He tried to get a little bit of extra power on it to get around him, and he mostly did. Magic Bear able to guide it into the corner, but it is to Mizu, Rles, and Cheese. That's been the duo that's been scoring, but a demo is going to stop that from happening. Mizu left alone has to make the save.
Arsenal coming off the ceiling and almost getting a touch on it, as Cheese Nation trying to get their offense going. Oh my gosh, this one hit backwards, but Mizu was there. And a 2-0 lead for RC Babies is quite comfortable. And maybe not so comfortable now. Mizu able to put one away, cuts the lead in half, and Cheese Nation on the board.
Yeah, able to build some confidence for Mizu in this squad. Magic Bear, I mean, the whole team from RC Babies was relying on Magic Bear to get that touch. The ball is directly over the top of AJ's head. The camera just doesn't work to get a good read, so he's not going to be up for it quick. Mizu recognizes his opportunity to strike, and the first other than Cheese for his team to score.
So maybe not so comfortable for RC Babies, but still in the lead for now. AJ, who has been a bit quieter here in game 2. Game 1, it really felt like he was taking over. Cheese just floating. And now double tap looming. RC Babies trying to attack. Cheese takes out AJ. Mizu wants to carry this one out himself. Rles to follow. And Cheese Nation looking to set up, but it's only as far as Arsenal.
Arsenal dropped it down, and it would have been a bad touch if it weren't for the demo sweeping through to allow him to stay in control. It's just going to be a demo from AJ to Mizu, or maybe it's Rles, but Mizu now leaving the ball for Rles as his flick gets intercepted. RC Babies on the attack. AJ wall dashing to get this set up, but way too strong of a clear. Wait, Arsenal. He's just been looking for crazy redirects anywhere on the map to try and score.
Yeah, he hit the Psycho earlier. Wasn't a goal, but he hit the Psycho. And he's been trying to get the crazy redirects, as you said, off the sidewall. Here's Magic Bear looking for a double tap off the back wall. It's Mizu on the clear, who almost was able to follow it up. Cheese now looking for a way out himself. There's a minute and a half left on the clock. Cheese Nation within 1 to tie things up, but RC Babies, boy, they have been on the attack for the majority of game 2. This is dangerous, as Cheese running for his life from Magic Bear is now forced to retreat back.
Rles has Cheese in the midfield, but this play is too slow. He's got to go himself. AJ able to make that last second save. Mizu going to keep this ball pinned in the orange half. I like what I've seen from Mizu. Very confident going into this game 2. I see him diving on plays more often and just being a pest. His contribution to this Cheese Nation squad is what has them so close. As AJ, how is he always on no boost and just wall dashing? Every time I see him, he's just using his wall dashing. Cheese, maybe if he had a bit more power, could have scored in the bottom left there, but Arsenal has the save, and it looks like RC Babies back on the attack.
Sometimes it feels like this AJ kid isn't human. He puts away goals that you never expected to. As look at him, he just look at him go. He's just wall dashing, chain dashing all the way down. 0 boost, but he's always at supersonic speed. This one in front of the net, and what a challenge! I believe it's from Arsenal landing down on that one, and RC Babies up by 2.
Yeah, Mizu. Did he see Arsenal come in or not? I thought for a second he was just trying to play it around Arsenal because he was worried about it. But it might have just been that he didn't even notice Arsenal coming. Arsenal dunks it right up to the midfield. Mizu needed to be in panic mode and instead hit it a little bit too calm. So is that cushion going to be enough? I mean, maybe Cheese Nation could score on this kickoff.
Okay.
They're still in it. So with 21 seconds, Cheese puts them within 1.
Well, much better than their 0-second goal to be down by a goal in the previous game. Now, or excuse me, 2 goals in the previous game. Now, only down by 1. 21 seconds is plenty of time to get back into this off the kickoff, but it's got to be executed perfectly.
They lose it to Mizu.
Nice.
And Mizu to Rles. Rles lost control of it immediately, though. So still an opportunity to regain possession, but it's going to be tougher now as Mizu can't get up to that ball. Rles just met immediately by Arsenal. That's out in front of the net. That will be game number 2 for RC Babies.
Another dagger there for RC Babies, as it feels like even with Cheese Nation showing some signs of life late in game 2, RC Babies able to battle back. And it took them, 18 seconds for them to go back up by 2. And really at this point, it's basically impossible. They would have to score. You can score in 2 seconds, but it is highly unlikely, and it certainly didn't happen. 2-0 for RC Babies in this best of 5.
Yeah, I think RC Babies, they're gelling together. Team Cheese Nation, they're improving. You know, there were moments at times where it felt like they could bring that game to at least tied. Unfortunately, it's been early goals every time for Team RC Babies. It hasn't taken long, and then they've just been able to control the game. So I think if we're going to see a Team Cheese Nation win, it's going to have to be after the kickoff early, or maybe a really low-scoring game where they can just come out and edge it late, like a 1-0.
Got a big game out of Mizu there on Team Cheese Nation. A goal, an assist, 3 shots, 3 saves. Really pulling his weight during that game. On the other side, Team RC Babies, you're getting a lot out of Arsenal. You're getting a lot out of Magic Bear. AJ had a decent game to assist, but definitely not as dominant as we saw in game number 1. But regardless, Team RC Babies looking good so far. 2-0 in the series.
Yeah, I think AJ, he probably had the lowest score because he spent the whole time on 0 boost just trying to wall dash. It seems like he's just running around showing what you could do without boost, and hey, still a pretty good game without boost. As we head to game number 3, Cheese Nation going to need to win 3 straight if they want to bring it back, win $1,000 not just for themselves, but also for their amateurs, whereas RC Babies, they are 1 game away from the big prize.
So we'll see if RC Babies can close things out in a 3-0 fashion. It's been closer and closer for Team Cheese, or for Cheese Nation, rather. Let's see if they can strike first. Both games, it's been RC Babies. This is threatening. Mizu got cut from behind. It's a good pass there from Rles, and Mizu, can't blame him, was in position. Now here comes RC Babies. Dangerous ball off the backboard. Magic Bear dropping this one down to Arsenal. Near post shot was wide. And RC Babies feeling themselves, but couldn't put that one away.
Yeah, great decision from Magic Bear. He was so far out on what would have been a shot attempt if he had tried to take it. I don't think I'd see him scoring, but instead passed down to Arsenal.
Oh my
Team
gosh.
plays are crazy. Mizu on the goal line. He is able to make the save. He gets bumped just barely by Magic Bear, but man, what a passing play from RC Babies. Now forced back onto defense.
What a play. But fruitless. As you said, RC Babies trying to set back up their offense. Cheese Nation playing at a different pace here in this game, it feels like. This one to the back wall, still dangerous. Magic Bear playing it slow, and Cheese Nation are just throwing bodies into the box and seeing what sticks. Demo comes out, Magic Bear on to Mizu. Rles bring this one down, but cut out by AJ. RC Babies trying to fight out from their own end. It's AJ over to Magic Bear, who's looking for Arsenal. That one skims across the back wall and in front of the net. Arsenal going backwards, I think, accidentally chopped up his teammate. And he'll have to work from his own corner.
Yeah, Rles was 1 demo away, and he saw it too. Cheese a demo here, but Arsenal, he's been making a ton of these saves. We saw him make that last-second save to take away Mizu's shot. Finds himself on the wrong side of the play, but he recovers quickly, and he's kept his team at a perfect score so far. No goals yet either way, as Arsenal looks to clear this one. Going to the back wall, his double leaves over to Cheese, but a big boom. Can Mizu get enough of a touch? Magic Bear unable to clean beat him, but it's AJ against Rles alone. Nice bump by Rles, but wait, this is down, up and down, directly in front of the box. No goal to come from it, and Rles going to try and clear it out.
Threatening, but still not able to break through. Now Mizu has an opportunity. One-on-one, tried to go for the musty and couldn't put it over. Past halftime, scoreless. As we said, every game's been tighter and tighter, but it's still been RC Babies coming out on top. Cheese has the opportunity to drop it down off the crossbar. Follow-ups there, and Cheese Nation finally able to strike first.
It was an awkward shot from Cheese. I'm expecting him to try and boom the ball here, but he had a bit of a misread, it seemed. But maybe he knew what he was doing all along. He goes up over the top of the play, bounces it into the crossbar and back to himself. I mean, maybe if he put one directly on net, AJ would have been prepared for that. So I was saying that Cheese Nation maybe need a 1-goal game, a low-scoring one where they are able to keep it at 0, and that might be what they have here, unless Arsenal so close to scoring as Mizu gets demoed. Cheese going to demo right back. Still, it's going to be the RC Babies on offense, as Arsenal, additional touch, actually played it around his teammate, probably not what he needed. Cheese going to run out ahead for a demo attempt, but what Arsenal has done best is return to the play and make something happen. Every time he finds himself on the wrong side, he comes back and he gets in it.
And AJ getting involved for RC Babies. This time off the challenged pass. And he's able to put that one away. RC Babies able to tie things up.
1-1. I want to see kickoff strategy, and we have seen them from Cheese Nation most. They make here try to lose to the cheating Cheese. Rles dropping this in front of the net. Wow, I was watching Arsenal POV, and he didn't seem to think there was a shooter because he did not jump. That was very close to being a goal for Cheese Nation. Arsenal continues to try and get the biggest clip. He is jealous of Swab and what he got earlier. He wants to beat him. But right now it is still Swab with the best shot, and it's a tie game in game number 3.
Oh, awkward ball there. AJ ran out of boost too. and no one was there. Arsenal was throwing punches in the box. Now Rles flip reset. He was going to go high the entire time. Mizu trying to play this one all the way across the box. Magic Bear trying to get a read on Cheese. He'll slowly carry this one into the midfield. Cheese Nation. Mizu up quickly. Backboard double tap. Comes down off the ceiling. Cheese was there, but beat out by the RC Babies. And Arsenal now cutting this one across. This one trickles in front of the net. And less than a minute to go. That was a big opportunity for RC Babies. And now it's just picked away by Magic Bear. Saved by Cheese. Arsenal now trying to keep the attack going. RC Babies have had multiple attempts, and they still can't break through.
Yeah, Cheese with a miraculous save. Rles and Mizu found themselves directly on top of the ball, missing.
Oh,
that
missed.
Felt like an open opportunity. I mean, I didn't see Arsenal POV, but that looked like a chip shot on the left side of the net that didn't go in. Arsenal so desperate to get a clip, he says, I refuse to get these tap-ins. As AJ tries to get a saucy double. It's going to be RC Baby still on offense. This one in front of the net. Mizu, huge clear as Arsenal collects in the back corner.
Tied up. 5 seconds left. RC Babies have been knocking on the door. This one to the side wall. It will drop. Our first overtime in the show match. RC Babies up 2-0, trying to close things out.
If you love yourself some overtime and you've been bummed that the cash games didn't have them, well, here we are. The tense situation of overtime. Cheese Nation need a goal to stay in this. All of the amateurs for both these teams, but especially RC Babies, feel like they're just an inch away from a big payout. As this ball off the back wall, Mizu will put it underneath the crossbar, and he gives Team Cheese Nation the Game 3 win.
What a bullet from Mizu. That clear was just not good enough, and top shelf right under the crossbar. Mizu's going to put it away and extend this series.
AJ off the back wall, I think he thought he was going to get back to that for a double. When he misses clean, that was the gamble that Mizu made. He knew that there's a chance that AJ gets there. He said, what if he doesn't? If not, I can maybe slot it top shelf, and he did just that. So Mizu, it may be called Team Cheese Nation, but it's called the Mizu Carry Tax Invitational, and he pops off to give his team a win.
That's right, and that was quite the way to keep themselves in this series, and maybe for the amateurs sitting on the sideline who were paired up with Team Cheese Nation, some hope for that $6,000 prize pool and an opportunity to really just inflate the amount of money that they've made here tonight. Team Cheese Nation finally getting the job done. We said every game was getting closer and closer. That game, definitely no different.
Right into Game 4. It's going to be Cheese Nation on offense. Mizu into the corner, pinching this down in front. Nobody on his team around to help him out as AJ tries to clear it away. Cheese swinging around. Going to get some boost deal. Did he just not grab that boost for some reason? He went all the way there. Now he's back in the corner to grab boost defensively as Mizu looks to cut out some defenders. A dunk from Cheese goes into the hands of Magic Bear. He's now attacking with Rles shadowing. Mizu realizing he needs to back off. Rles might not be making a play on the ball. But ultimately, he does affect the play, and now Cheese with the air dribble for the back wall.
Opportunity. This one in front of the net. AJ trying to block that last defender. Mizu gets a demo on Arsenal as Rles lightly taps this one towards the RC Babies net. Cheese off the ceiling to himself, couldn't get back to it. Some opportunities for Cheese Nation early on, just couldn't complete the mechanics. This shot will go just wide. Cheese will get the save, but my goodness, demo comes out from AJ on Mizu. Some time for Magic Bear, who wants to take it himself. Backboard is found. Arsenal's there. Shots put away, and RC Babies up by 1.
Cheese has been making some miraculous saves for the squad, but this time he can't do it as he misses. It's Mizu in net. It was always going to be a tough read. Rles doing his best to recover late, but the setup from Arsenal, finding that defender who is stuck stagnant, just working off a double jump, not going to be able to stop the follow-up. And RC Babies, every time they've gotten an early lead, they've made it look easy the rest of the way. Will that be the case in this game number 4?
So a 1-0 lead for RC Babies, and you're right. Every time they've gone up by 1, or strikes first, I should say, they've been able to close out the game.
We have a headlock. It is a 2v2 right now.
Oh.
I believe we traded Rles for who?
Mizu?
For AJ.
AJ. So it's Mizu and Cheese versus Magic Bear and... Was it Magic Bear and Arsenal?
And now we don't need to find out because it's a goal. So it's over now. Rles and AJ trading off, but maybe forgetting that it's a 2v2 game now. Mizu finds himself too deep into the play, and it's a long open net. You know, not a bad gamble for Rles. His squad have been struggling a little bit. Maybe see if 2v2 works out better for them, but unfortunately, it did not.
It did not. And a 2-0 lead opens up for RC Babies. Another demo comes out. Cheese trying to play this one out, but it comes straight out to Magic Bear. Takes a rope of a shot towards the net. Rles to the back wall. Can't get the follow-up, but the follow-up's there for his team, and Cheese puts it away. Cheese Nation fighting back, down by 2, now down by 1.
Rles has been the creator out of the midfield this whole time. You know, there hasn't been a ton of finishes for goals, but he has just been making stuff happen when he gets the ball in the midfield. Finally, he's rewarded. Cheese is around to get the finish. Cheese maybe even there a little bit later than he could have been. Still, Rles did such a good job making it easy on him. His squad is on the board. Can they do that again as a back pass leads to a Magic Bear low shot? Rles is going to run ahead of the play. It seems like a freebie, and they will tie it up. Nobody in net to stop them from equalizing halfway through.
Such a difference from the first couple games where RC Babies just had all the pressure. Their defense was locked down. Now you're looking at open nets on breakaways for Cheese Nation. All tied up at halftime in Game 4. Cheese Nation trying to fight back in this series. It'll take a reverse sweep from them to win this series. And they're able to tie things up. So looking good in Game 4 after the early deficit.
We talk about setting records. I think we mentioned, I'm not sure we've had one of these show matches go best of 5. Rles, he's continuing to just pop off when he has control on these air dribbles. This time he has defenders waiting, but still, you force a tough save, and the follow-up from your team may eventually break down the defense. Whoa. So you have to credit Rles for those. There's an opportunity there as Mizu going to cut this ball back in front of the net, trying to pass down too strong of a touch, so it's going to send Cheese Nation back. They have to get a late recovering save. 2 defenders up for that. Not a great spot for them, but it does seem like they contained it.
Yeah, lots of pressure there from Cheese Nation. It was very scary for RC Babies. AJ tried to work the back wall. Now Rles denied by Magic Bear. AJ's waiting for the cross, and here it comes. It's not enough. And Cheese Nation get out. Now an opportunity here. Mizu got open field in front of them. This one is on target, but only barely. And the defense gets back in time. Not enough power from Mizu. And now a flip reset comes out from AJ as he's not able to complete it. And the defense holding strong for now. AJ a second chance. Tried to get over that one. It was a bit too high with low boost. And we're still dotted.
Yeah, Cheese was so passive in that corner, he decided to allow the ball to come across the net. Ooh, Magic Bear is going to slot one top right. Rles gets met here in the midfield. Magic Bear goes all by himself, but look at the saucy flick. Cheese did his best. The demo made sure, I think Mizu didn't have the save either, but credit to Magic Bear for the perfect slot.
Yeah, AJ and Arsenal both got a demo there. So it was just Cheese, the last man back, and had no help to make that save. So down by 1, Cheese Nation tie it up with 58 seconds left, just under a minute, and just a couple seconds off the kickoff. Cheese Nation respond.
Rles places one, and Mizu getting in the way of AJ. I think he got a little bump there. You could see the tail end of his car getting pushed up. Mizu staying relevant. Just because you're past the ball doesn't mean the play is over for you. And he was able to help his team out with a minute left to go. It's Magic Bear chipping the ball up for Rles. Rles on an air dribble over the top of Arsenal, but AJ there to clean up the back wall. And now AJ attacking the other way. All of Cheese Nation available to get this one back on offense. In fact, AJ was out there alone. He even bumps his teammate on the way back as Cheese looks to try and win a 50. This is crossbar and down. Rles decides not to take that gamble. Instead, wait just outside the box for the ball to head back to him. Now it's Mizu who's turned away from the ball by AJ. He's at ceiling heights. Can't beat Cheese. But Cheese tapping this down to Arsenal. Arsenal maybe not quick enough on the read to make anything out of it. Mizu, oh my goodness, read by Arsenal. Almost a dunk directly into the net. Everybody is around there.
What?
And Magic Bear will come out on top.
Oh, Magic Bear's POV's got to be hilarious with how much just happened right here. Players are getting bopped around. Rles trying to push this one out, but it comes right out to Magic Bear, and he's got the back post wide open. RC Babies with 10 seconds left might have just clinched this best of 5.
We need to see something crazy here as Mizu sends us to the right wall. It is going to be controlled by TG.
Cheese is there.
Rattles to Cheese. What a slot. They needed it to tie the game, keep the series alive, and the Luminosity duo find it.
That's right. The Luminosity connection connects. This time, Rattles to Cheese, and we're all tied up with 4 seconds left.
Are we headed for another overtime? We've been robbed of our overtimes. We saw one in Game 3. Maybe we see one again. As we're at 0 seconds now, Magic Bear is going to keep it in the air up to Arsenal. Arsenal straight down. It is very scoreable, but nobody's around to get the final touch. So we head to one more kickoff in Game 4.
I cannot imagine being a Cheese Nation amateur looking at these games. It is stressful, but Cheese Nation have battled back, and they have kept this one within reach. Overtime in Game 4. Reynolds needs that one to drop. It's denied by Magic Bear. The RC Babies still trying to close this series out. Cheese Nation will not go down without a fight.
Reynolds sends one towards the Cheese Nation nets. RC Reynolds sends it up after it was sent towards his net. He's going to back off here. He's playing defensively.
Oh,
my goodness, what a save. But he needed to turn towards the play. He was caught shadowed, and he tried to play it passive. It's going to be so hard to do. Not that he was going to be able to get up to that angle anyway, so shout out Arsenal for a good pass. And everybody dived to finish it off. RC Babies, they came in as the favorites, and they will show why with a 3-1 win in the best of 5.
Wow. RC Babies, I mean, really, in my opinion, hanging on there. But that is your show match winner of the night here in the Mizu Carry Tax Invitational. Team RC Babies, Magic Bear, Arsenal, and AJ taking home the $6,000 prize pool, and the amateurs that win along with them will also be receiving money. We'll be splitting the money with the pros who won. So for all the RC Babies amateurs, they have to be very happy right now to see their pros win.
Yeah, specifically Swab, who teamed with Magic Bear, might be setting records. I think we might have a graphic coming up later for where all of the cash that was earned by the duos. We'll probably see Magic Bear, Arsenal, and AJ up there at the top. That's usually, that show match bonus is just, it's too much to overcome if you're one of the teams that didn't win. But Magic Bear, his squad was setting records. He got the clutch out for Swab. I think we might have the biggest winner in CTI history.
Yeah, let's go over everything and what we saw here tonight. All the matches are wrapped up with a little bow on top. We had our 6 best-of-1 matches. This is our 2v2s. This is our event bounty that you saw. And you can see the score lines there throughout it. The score really doesn't actually matter all that much, as you can see a couple of teams even tied. But here are the results. And to see how much money each team made, Team Magic Bear coming up with $5,350. That's got to be a record. It has to be a record.
I'm looking at the top 3, and I'm thinking they might have all set records if it weren't for, the fact that Magic Bear just got $5,350. And, we say this every time, the record-setting top should be recognized, but even Cheese technically getting last place, walking away with $935 for a couple quick games of Rocket League.
Yep.
Not bad. A great performance, so shout out Repeat for hooking everybody up.
Yeah, you can't complain. $935 for some Rocket League's great. $5,350, even better. Everyone's a winner here, and that's what makes the show amazing. Shout out to all of our players, and of course, shout out to every amateur that has come out and played, not only here at the Mizu Carry Tax Invitational, but for all of them too, because it's really fun to see you guys play. Seriously, Fear and I have a ton of fun talking about you guys and seeing what you can do, and honestly seeing the improvement that you guys show throughout this. It's been a ton of fun, but a couple more things that I want to mention, Fear, before we get things wrapped up. I want to let everyone know, Repeat awards over $20,000 in Rocket League tournaments every single month. If you want a piece of that pie, if you want to check it out, if you want to make some extra cash while playing some Rocket League, you can. ! Repeat in chat. Daily, weekly, and monthly leaderboards that you can compete in and earn some money. And it's also a way for you to qualify for the Carry Tax Invitational next time.
Yeah, you want to be part of the Carry Tax Invitational. You want to be a part of Repeat. If you like today's event at all, this is the place to go to get involved. ! Repeat. Shout out repeat.gg for all of these different Carry Tax Invitationals, but especially this Mizu one.
And guess what? You're probably sitting there and you're saying, well, where do I go, Corelli? You've told me all this great amount of money that I could make. where the heck do I go to actually sign up? Well, there it is on screen, rpt.gg/CTI. That's where you can go to sign up, check out the repeat page, check out the Carry Tax Invitationals, maybe qualify for the next time. Our first 4 players of the night out of 6 came from clicking that link and playing in the tournaments, the qualifier tournaments. It's worth it. All skill levels are welcome. You don't have to be a pro. You don't even have to be a high rank. We've had plenty of low-ranked players come through and earn a ton of money. It's not about the rank. It's about having some fun and, of course, making a little money on the side.
Yeah, I mean, think about Swab, too. I mean, this is the most reliable way to get in is probably playing those repeat tournaments, but Swab didn't even know he was playing this today. He's walking away with record money. I mean, this is a pretty good day. I imagine Swab had a good time in this tournament, but everybody had a good time, so it's definitely worth checking out.
All right, well, Fear, another Carry Tax Invitational in the books. Our, fourth one in a row. It's been a lot of fun here. We got to see some records break. Any final closing thoughts you'd like to share with us before we head out?
I mean, we talk a ton about the cash that was made, and don't get me wrong, that is a great part of it, but I still think that maybe one of my favorite parts is when you get to hear the comms and you get to hear the highlights. Actually, the players getting to play with their pros is such a special moment. I mean, I think it was Kool-Aid who had a couple different highlights. You could tell he was just enjoying it. He was just having a heck of a time. I think he was playing with Arsenal. So it's cool to see those two, and those, they may not be worth money, but I feel like a lot of people would trade a lot of money for those. So it's not just money being earned. It's a cool opportunity to play alongside the pros, and that's one of my favorite parts.
Well, for everyone behind the scenes, our production team and all the admins and everyone who makes this thing tick, and of course my co-commentator next to me, Fear. Appreciate everyone coming out for the night. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to players, shout out to amateurs, shout out to repeat. It's been a lot of fun here on these Carry Tax Invitationals. I hope to see you guys next time. Thank you.
Gaming is defined by moments.
It is intense.
The joy of victory and the thrill of overcoming challenges. Welcome to our home of competitive gaming, where we can all experience exciting esports moments.
The final 1v1 of the game here.
And celebrate the pros and the rising stars.
I do want to see a female in the NCS.
Bringing you guides and deep dives.
Horizon can go up, but she can't go up fast.
And tournaments where the community competes.
Wait! Did he get? No way!
Whether you're in a heated match,
Back, let's go!
or watching along at the edge of your seat.
A duo taking down a trio.
Let's create moments from the games you love.
Come take it!
Join us and subscribe to our channel to follow everything esports on PlayStation.
Enlist in the galaxy's elite fighting force. Work together to protect your future. Join the Helldivers, the galaxy's last line of offense.
He's on. I'm sorry, I can't read.
I'll go.
You. Nice.
Beat or bump?
Over. Are you? Nice. I got it. Yeah.
He's up. Beat him.
Nice. I'll go. Double. You.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm
Dude.
I won't.
Nice.
Wow.
I gotta go. Nice. Good job.
Nice. Let's go. Nice.
We did it.
We did.